macho. Rubbing on crude, walking nude in a poncho. Mic check, snap a neck in the Congo. Banging on my chest, yelling R.I.P. Fonzo. You hear me yet? You side betting Lonzo? I hit my point, I was bugging like Gonzo. You called the house peppercine by your side yet? You wanna catch rep, but you ain't found a time yet. Pump, you faking, you ain't making bacon. Still saying why I salam alaikum. Hit me on a pager, call me Troy Aikman. Oops, I'm an iPhone, must have been mistaken. Papa 40, get drunk, cry alone. Put a jemmy to your dome, put a trigger dial on. No sympathy for whack ducks or rap clones. It's a cold, harsh world, make it hurt, get gone.
Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Let's go. Coming at you early and often, don't care what you're offering. You'll be laid in a coffin, deadline. Step into me, landmine. Money Mayweather, yeah, I land mine. Showtime. This ain't the Apollo, the leader to follow. Y'all wish you could bottle Genie. Rub me the wrong way for you. Be a long day. Mayday, Mayday. Get it on the same day delivery. Back on some, remember me? Learn firsthand, misery love company. Better think twice when you come for me. Gonna need more than a bed to comfort me. I apply y'all the melody. Rockabye, baby, there's no recovery. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on.
About to make it chill like Freon. About to make it hurt, getting litty in the ER. KLOK, compadre with Puerto Rico. I'm the cheat code, figure, get my cheat on. Watch for the setup, get you bent like the limbo. Right at the top of the intro, I'm Kimbo. Strike like Mike in his prime, get in an endo. Bow like a Lou with a limp, but not a pimp though. Riddle me this or riddle me that. You take a guess, figure me dope or figure me whack. And I'ma flex like a train when I'm riding the track. Make a noise, clickety clack, as simple as that. Know that I'm nice, I'm keeping stitch. Tell like wop wop, get with the dry ass dick. Fly ass man, I stay in the air when I spit. Put a stamp on the sitch, bang it up in the whip. Hit.
Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on. Better be alert when we come to work, could we make it hurt? Come on.
Everything she does.
Yo, we live. Clash the podcast. Let me make sure we got some sound.
Billie Jean is not.
If y'all can hear us, let me see. All right, we got sound, fellas. We in the building. Charles Dante Fliz is on the way. Fliz, happy birthday, Fliz. It's Fliz's birthday today. And he out doing mad stuff, I guess. I don't know where he at, but he said he still gonna try to come through. I told him he had to. Birthdays, we get birthdays off, but he in the building. It is what it is. Clash the podcast.
He said we give birthdays off.
Clash the podcast is in the building. Topics I had the bottom, fellas.
Shoot.
We're gonna have fun. I am Charles Brown. That's Dante over there.
Man.
Y'all know what it is.
He said we give birthdays off.
This one's gonna be wild, fellas and ladies. This one's gonna be wild. Dante, write something there for me.
Write something in there.
Let me see how the comments look.
All right, hold up.
This is gonna be wild right here. TJ in the building. What's good, TJ?
There you go. You got something. You don't even write nothing no more, right?
There we go. Comments working. We just do a little check, sound check, comment check.
You gotta be like, my mic sound nice.
Mic sound nice, check 1.
My mic sound nice, check 2.
First thing I want to do a salute to Fliz, who on his way with this E&J. What's this? The E&J Peach?
Peach, yeah. That's Flizz's favorite.
Cheers. We're gonna do a little cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday to the boy here.
Happy birthday, Fliz. You know I love you. I ain't trying to hurt you. We going somewhere else after this.
Don't blow up the spot.
Oh, you gotta give a second cheers to TJ with the mugs.
Oh,
we're gonna have our own mugs instead of these picnic cups.
Indeed.
With our names on them.
Facts. So listen, guys. Today we are once again live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the very same time. You can see us on any of them platforms, and we do encourage y'all to jump into the topics. Topics at the bottom. First topic we're gonna discuss: your boy Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy tell him has an issue with the OGs, like me and you. He went online and he said that a lot of the OGs ain't doing what they supposed to do. He said basically a lot of OGs, I'm assuming he's talking about older artists, older rappers and things like that. They're not schooling the youth of how to be better. He's saying that we dropping the ball. That's why the young dudes are out here shooting and robbing and doing all this while they carjacking, because it's our fault. We ain't teaching them how to eat. We're not teaching them how to fish. We're not teaching them how to get money. Basically, is what he's saying. And he's saying that if we would just talk to them, they would listen. And basically, we dropped the ball because we out here getting all the money we can get, and we leaving them to their own devices to do nothing, right? So I want to talk about that. I want to see what Dante had to say about that, but I want to say something first as we get started.
Preach.
Soulja Boy, he got a point. He does have a point. The older generation, right? These older cats, me and Dante and whoever else, we should be teaching these young kids how to be self-employed and how to make money at what they want to do, what they love. Like, you don't always got to get, everybody got to have a job, right? But you don't always got to have a job that you hate. And you don't always got to have a job that demeans you. But you do got to do something. You do got to work for a living. So as we get older, we understand that working is very, it's necessary. Kids don't know that. Kids want stuff fast. Kids want it quick. Kids see you with the diamond rollie and they see you with this and that. They want it now. So they out there carjacking and doing all kind of madness. And he has a point. A lot of the guys that he's talking about, he can't be not like necessarily the Jay-Z's of the world. Because Jay-Z is always telling you, he's always spitting game to you of how to be better. He's talking about more or less like the lesser known artists, or not known, but the artists that are doing a lot of big talk and doing a lot of flashiness, like say like, for instance, like Amigos. But they're not putting nobody on, is what he's trying to say. And I guess that in his mind, these OGs are being selfish. And he's trying to say that these kids are learning nothing that's going to help them to be stronger adults from the adults. And I agree to a degree. So a lot of the OGs are not telling people how they got what they got and what they need to do to get there, right? I'm going to give them that. But let's really understand that when you're talking to these kids, I feel like a lot of kids don't always be listening either, right? I feel like when they're being talked to too much, you're nagging them. And when you're telling them, look, shorty, do this, do that, or go get a job here, or go do that, they're not trying to hear that, right? And I also feel that Fliz is in the building. Fliz is in the building. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, you gotta get him a cup.
Yo, here you go. What? Might be here. Slide some ice up in there.
No, we just started too.
You don't want all that ice?
Guys, Fliz in the building. Happy birthday to Fliz. Chop, what's good? I see you in the comments.
Cheers.
Got you your favorite. You could murk if you want.
We only had one cheers to it, one sip. So you ain't that far behind. You got a lot of catch up to do.
Yo, 4-5.
Right.
Oh, CLB, we all we got.
Closer to 50. That's my motto.
You almost messed the mic up. You know that?
This tastes better than that apple.
I told you that. Peach is way better.
All right, Fliz, let me catch you up. We just started. We talking about Soulja Boy said that the OGs not schooling the youngsters. That's why they out here shooting and wilding and robbing and sticking people up and carjacking. And he's got a point. So we talking about it, and we want to see what we can, what he's trying to say and where we going with this.
All right.
Do you have an opinion on that?
Yep.
You want to scoot over a little bit that way?
That way?
Yeah.
You knew he had one.
Yeah. My opinion on that is that's one of them two things can be true things. because
you and this
back.
Because let's be honest. I just watched Fat Joe's interview. Fat Joe put on and schooled a lot of people.
Oh, with math.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I can name a lot of rappers who try to school younger rappers and have schooled younger rappers. And there are younger rappers who have absorbed it and gotten schooled. Just because there are some that have not taken the advice Or and on the other end, there are some OGs who don't share. So it's
Right.
kind of both. Both ways, both sides are true. But I want to add this because I was thinking about the topic. Rap shifted. The way to promote rap, to do rap, to market it and say it, everything is a completely different thing with the invention of the internet and things. Independent, the way to go independent, everything is different basically. So what is the OG gonna tell you? You know what I mean? When you're kind of the new wave, you should be schooling us to some things too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for instance, when y'all know when like my crew was popping, we came up when then the internet took over, things
Who
changed.
them?
Things changed. So what is someone from the 90s who wasn't born in that stew, you know, of all internet stuff gonna tell you? We are learning the new wave just as much as you are, and you're born in it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's two ways. Like
that was my point. What I said before we was on the camera, I said that one, these new dudes are getting more money than the old dudes, so they like, and I'm like,
yes,
what are you going to tell me that you didn't do what you were supposed to do? I'm doing what you want to see me do. That's one aspect. So let's address that one first. So the first aspect is you have these young kids making more money than their elders, which make elders, the second point, jealous and in competition than in a teaching or learning, because that's what makes us unique. We're in a position to learn as well as teach, so that when we trying to teach, because there's not too many people doing it, they taking it the wrong way because they're not used to everybody. I always tell people this when I counsel them or whatever. I was like, and me and TJ, shout you out, we have these conversations every day. I'm like, we could tell a youngin something and they could be, yo, you know what, old head, you're wise. But as soon as they get into the environment, it's taken right out because they don't have a follow-up. And that's what's going on. But again, going back to the first point, when you got more money than somebody that's trying to educate you, you ain't hearing what they saying.
Yeah.
No, that just when the last week a young rapper said that.
I think you're talking about not necessarily the rich and young people. But go ahead.
But I agree. So I agree with both sides. So I agree. Drake makes a good point, but also
Soulja Boy.
I said Drake. My bad. Because young Draco, the whole.
I was gonna say you think of Draco.
The young Draco thing got me thinking Drake. But Soulja Boy made a good point, but also on the other end, it's not completely true. But he's not completely wrong. It's one of them things like, they're gonna be some salty older heads. I ain't teach you.
You know what's funny though too? A few years ago, they was telling the old heads to get out the way.
Yes.
Remember that conversation was you in the way, old head, get out the way. Now it's because I guess the old heads ain't get out the way and they flourishing and they making a lot of good money and a lot of good music. Now it's, y'all ain't schooling us to the game. Soulja Boy gotta be. I should look up his age. I know he in his 30s.
Yeah, Soulja Boy ain't not youngin' no more.
Let's put that out there. No youngin'.
It's also place blaming though, because it's like, you know how when you made so many poor decisions, you now want to place blame and deflect on someone else. Yeah,
and I do want to play a little devil's advocate with it because he is right to a degree, and I want to say why I feel like he's right too. Yeah. A lot of old heads don't know what to tell you. A lot of old heads ain't figured it out themselves. So it's like, how you gonna tell me? And I'm gonna assume he's talking to the successful ones, like the Irv Gottis and the what's my guy that run 300 records and QC and all these different. Maybe he's talking to these people that's older and they successful. But a lot of the older guys haven't figured it out and still trying to figure it out. Some guys just they ain't keeping a job, they're not keeping a steady girlfriend, so they like
but hold up though,
going through a lot of stuff on their own.
I agree with that, but that's on one aspect and one level. But when you talk about people that got money, see again, he's not hanging with. Okay, for instance, I don't want to get into the story ahead, but he's hanging with the likes of T.I., the Gucci Man. The who else is it that 2 Chainz in them? What are they actually like? Again, when I say as a grown man, we got to show how to resolve conflict with our lips, not our fists or a gun. And a lot of the times, like I was telling you, that's what I was talking about with that Freddie Gibbs and the Butcher. It's like when they seeing that happen, it's like, what are you actually teaching them, especially being a millionaire?
Right. I would say I'm going to go on a limb and say artists like Migos, people like that, not schooling. I think they going for their own self right now. They trying to stay relevant. I don't think them artists like that. I don't think Future taking you under his wing right now because he's still trying to stay relevant himself.
Correct.
So I think it's still the older guys in a way still competing. They're still competing with the younger. So it's like, why I'm gonna teach you just like they said, who the guy that they just signed him, the rookie, and the backup not going to school him. He's still fighting for his job. He used to be with Tennessee, and now he's
Juicy J?
No, I'm talking about the football player. I'm sorry, Rex.
What football?
Football player. He's a quarterback. They just signed a rookie from the draft.
Oh, you talking about Ryan Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill. What up,
Yeah.
CJ?
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill is getting criticized because
He said it's not my job.
it's not my job to train this kid. He said happy
Thank you, CJ.
Cake Day.
That's
Clear.
family. CJ, happy cake.
He said Ryan Tannehill said it's not my job. I'm not the coach. I'm not here to train you. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like
That's more.
and I agree with him. I'm not here to train you.
I can see the logic behind it.
Talk about it.
I can see the logic behind it, but as far as comparing that, there's a little bit of a difference because I think in the NFL, Ryan can train his very next replacement.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very finite. The job is finite.
Yeah, but hold up.
No.
Let's
It's
not
that. It's
let's
like,
not
right?
dilute that because here's the thing. First and foremost, right? You know how they use the word it's a fraternity?
King has some woe life in the building.
Salute. Now, here's the thing we got to understand. If you're trying to keep something going, right, you want to make sure you educate the next generation to make it better than what we did.
Right.
So now, okay, we're a brand right here. We CLBMG / Wolfman Productions
Right.
/ Coleo Record, everybody that's affiliated.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. We are the old heads of what we're doing.
Okay.
So when we're teaching CJ, the next generation to come up, we want them to do it better than we did.
Right.
We don't want them to go through what we had to go through to get through here.
We should. But a lot of guys gonna feel like I'm teaching myself out of a job.
But you know what? But here's the thing, though. You may not be that quarterback no more, but then you could be a what? Executive. You could be a what they call them?
But
General manager.
To sit down.
No, I'm not telling nobody to do nothing. I'm just saying.
Tailor made. You telling dudes to sit down when he in his prime, like a dude. Like right now, I feel like right now I'm in my prime with this music. I feel like I'm better. I can write a verse the same day, go to the studio, bang it out like that. Like I'm better than I was ever.
Right.
But right now, with that theory, it's let me teach a young person to do it better than me and knock me out the way. I'm not afraid to teach nobody, but I shouldn't be
but
obligated.
You know what?
Even though I am.
Which that's a great point, but here's what I'm sitting up there saying.
What's that saying?
A student can never be better than a teacher. If you're doing what you need to be doing correct, they can never surpass. What movie was that? That was Karate Kid.
I don't believe in that term, but I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like Nas outshine. Nas surpassed Rakim, and Rakim was his teacher. So it is what it is.
Listen, Nas shined in his era. That's what it is. See, again, we got to put things in the proper perspective. It's like, see, as I'm teaching somebody something, this is my era. This is my time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm teaching you. You're going to come up behind me in your era, your time. It's like the Michael Jordan and LeBron James debate. They keep saying what? Oh, LeBron wouldn't have been able to play in the Jordan era, and Jordan would have been averaging 50 points in this era. Somebody read that? What he say? CB been
showing me the game. Did my first real shows with him.
Oh, he's talking about you.
At
CB.
the what? At the spot? Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
So like I'm sitting up there saying,
I've always been doing that. I've been giving game. That's what I do.
Jordan did his numbers in his time. LeBron came up emulating Jordan like Kobe. So again, even though people say he's not better, he is a reflection of Magic, Jordan, and he's himself in his era, in his time.
Now, imagine 45 is on the floor right now. How much schooling you think he giving LeBron? Jordan with the 45, old Jordan. How much schooling you think he giving? Or he gonna
try to kill him.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about. He ain't gonna lay down and be like, oh no, come with me. I'm gonna take you to the gym. We can go shoot the gym, but on that floor, I'm gonna eat you. Right? So that's a thin line. So that's what we right back where we talking about.
So are we talking about
the OGs not showing the youth
So was he speaking on a rap level or out of rap?
That's the thing. It can be taken either way.
So let's address it on every aspect.
Okay.
With that? So go first. Go birthday boy.
Yeah, we was at Tommy's Lounge.
Well, here's my thing. All right. As a man or a boy, your profession is an extension of who you are. So as Soulja Boy being a young man, a young boy with all these millions, and now he's evolving into this man.
Right.
You're a rapper with the ideology of what? So you're the rapper with the ideology of a young boy making all these millions of dollars. So the decisions and the mistakes that you made is going to be different than what your elder would have made because your elder didn't have the $1 million to make the errors or the mistakes that you made. Yo, I'm nice at what I do.
But wait, when Soulja Boy came in the game, who the first ones dissed him? Elders. Ice-T.
He did not him, but his group.
Ice-T. He's still mad at Ice-T to this day because Ice-T said he ruined rap.
I would have been mad.
We was hard. We was hard on Soulja Boy. That was harsh. But we was looking at it like he killing rap. So, you know what I'm saying?
But okay, you know what though? Again, the word that I used was what mistake. I guarantee you, if you go to ask Ice-T, he'll say, you know what, it was wrong. See, the thing about it is, number one, you should never said it on camera. You should have said that behind the scenes. That's number one. Number two, again, now
Shauna, what's up? Happy birthday, Fliz.
Thank you.
That goes to the point of what I'm sitting up there saying. Okay, so let's just say I'm a youngin' and I'm coming to you. I'm like, yo, Charles, I know you're a promoter and everything.
Right.
I want you to hear my demo and everything. I want to get on one of your shows. And you sit up there and say,
play devil's advocate though. When I'm in a promoter's hat, that's more of a coach.
No, but hold on.
That's a coach.
No, this is what
I'm not competing with them. I'm coaching them.
No, I got a point.
The King Hassel said Soulja would learn as he grow and learn from what he went through, so he would learn at the right time.
So the thing about it is, the minute you say to me, my joint was whack, I'm not gonna take it as a coach. I'm gonna take it as an attack.
As you
and so when I take it as an attack, now I'm looking at you as what? The enemy.
The enemy. Yes.
The enemy. See, it don't go from competition. It goes to the enemy.
Yeah.
And so,
and that's why remember that era where young what's to do with the little twisties? Young
Dro, not like
there's a bunch of youngins.
It was when they was like Tupac was overrated. It was like an era like 5 years ago with all the little this and young that. It was really bad against the old rappers against the young rappers. And they was like Tupac was overrated. All the young rappers was coming back.
Thank you, King.
Back when Corday made that song about old heads.
Yeah.
Right? He kind of ended it.
I forgot that dude's name. I know you're talking about.
Lil Yachty. Back when Lil Yachty and Uzi Vert was just getting, he was already getting old.
There was another rapper.
He was still, it was a couple of Lil Zane, the white rapper. He was saying Tupac was overrated.
Yeah, there was a lot of rappers.
A lot of the young was they was responding with what you saying. Everything old is the enemy. And you were going to comments and be like, F them old heads. So it became very adversarial. So I get what
I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Like, I do think the older heads started like going at the neck of younger cats. Like, yeah. I even peeped some of the younger heads trying. What up, Faro? Trying to respect. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I peeped some of the younger heads trying to show some kind of morsel of respect, and I see these old heads with this bravado. And you know, and I put myself in that position.
It's gotten better.
Yeah, no, it's gotten better. This was better. I'm talking about the era you're talking about, like 5-something years ago.
Yeah, about 5 years.
I put myself in their shoes. I would have been like, well on there, puss one.
Victor, happy birthday.
Like, yo, you like
what you just say?
Victor said happy birthday.
No, not that part. Thank you. No, what?
I got on my pocket. My bad.
I'm like, what you? I'm like, dude,
it's a profanity, man.
I know. I'm like,
but
when you're done with that, he actually got a question.
What's the question? Which question you want to ask? I don't see any questions.
King said, "Homeboy in the back, what's going on with that album and the open slots?"
Oh, you done on that one?
The open slot on the album? No, the album's already done, bro. Sorry.
I got something coming up that I'm gonna get everybody that rock with me on.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about me. I'm never done making music. Like, pretty much once in like another month, I already start the next project.
Nah, dude, chill with that. We doing a compilation.
But go ahead. we cut you off.
No, I was saying I would get mad too. I put myself in a situation of I respect these younger cats. These are the people I looked up to, and they're coming at my neck.
Yeah.
Like, I thought of when Nicki Minaj did the little Kim post. I would have been like, this is me paying homage because I loved you growing up, but you attacked me. I think when Snoop Dogg was the only one I know that really came to the defense. He was like, yo, you're young and you're doing what you do what you do. Like, Snoop was one of the ones who, when Snoop was young, remember when Snoop first came out and that Reverend kept coming at him? And Snoop Dogg said, as a young man, Snoop Dogg said, you being an old head, you're not supposed to attack me, you're supposed to school me.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I never forget him saying that because I was young when he said that. And I took that mentality like, yeah, I would have liked some old head is attacking me because.
And they was attacking him.
They was attacking Snoop crazy when Snoop came out. He's this, he's that. Now Snoop was a legend. Yeah. So if I look at that, like, Snoop wasn't nobody's perfect guy. He was gang banging and killing.
Remember when they went through that phase of they couldn't. They was talking about, I can't even name one Biggie song. All of that. Remember that era? They was. Yep. It was another rap. He was like, I can't even name. I can't name a Biggie song, and it was just like everything just got real disrespectful. And
but I don't believe in the disrespect either. But I do understand, like, when 50 was, you talk about 50 and his son's relationship, he said something that was profound. He said there's only so long you can love something that doesn't love you back, even if it's your family. So it's like, so some old school rappers I used to love are gonna keep dissing me. There's only so much I can love you and you don't love me back. Now, so I'm on that. I'm on both sides of it. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about that then. So we're talking about that adversarial thing. Did the old heads come back and school these youngins? I think to a degree.
I think some of them.
I think some of them, because J. Cole reached back, sat down with Gucci Man, Gucci Kid.
I
can't remember his name.
I know this.
I'm gonna think it in a second. Sat down with him.
With the dude who did the song with Kanye.
Yeah. Right?
I can't think of these cats.
Yo, don't even try. Just go.
Yeah. y'all then Cole sat down with a couple other young dudes because it was at the height of when it was real bad. Lil Pump, Victor guy, Lil Pump.
Thank you.
He sat down with Lil Pump, had a whole day with him. Then he sat down. Then he really reached out to the dude from Atlanta. That's really from England.
I know he's talking about 21 Savage.
21 Savage reached out to him, put him on the biggest song of both of their careers. How much money you got? A lot.
Yeah.
He put him on a lot. That song's crazy, and I like that song. But 21 Savage was on the other side of that. Like, he wasn't in that lane. So Cole did a lot of healing, right? Would you agree?
Yeah.
And Jay did some healing. He worked with a couple cats.
Yeah, Jay-Z threw back some knowledge too.
It's all on the mindset of how you looking at the person that's delivering the message. Because again, if you offend me the first time, it's gonna be hard for me to receive you the second time.
Yeah.
And so until our men defenses of the offense, we're not gonna be able to progress and move on.
I got another scenario for you.
Go ahead, speak.
Cam Newton at his own camp.
Good one.
Remember the little kid? Yeah. Little kid was saying, what was he saying? One of the little kids in his camp. Disrespecting him.
Talking about his money or something.
No. He said you're not good.
Like, what you want to teach me when you ain't even? He wasn't on the team at the time, was he?
No, he said.
No, he said you're a bum. He said
you ain't got.
Teach me you're a bum.
Yeah.
This is a kid, right? So it's like it's two sides of this. Like these.
No, but you don't know. Listen, I know.
I saw that as real.
Listen.
Like
hold on.
I don't like that.
I agree with y'all, but you know what? We have to show temperament. We have to show.
What would you say to that kid? Yeah,
I'd have been like, listen, okay, I'm not on a team right now. No, hold on.
I think he was on the Patriots.
He wasn't on the Patriots. He was off. You know what? It depends on the mind. Let me first say this. Okay. It depends on the mindset you're in when you're receiving it. Because I'm not gonna.
He was fragile at the time, bro. He was in a weird place.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. It's like, listen. So, but you know what? You got to realize to sit up there and tell a youngin that didn't even get in the position of you now, rich. Yo,
but I'm rich.
Listen, it's like
but he got on his level.
No.
He got on his level.
One of the things I never do when I'm arguing with somebody younger is I got more money than them because I'm supposed to have more money than you. That's stupid.
Yeah. But he realized this is a young black kid from the hood. Only thing he really gonna respect is if you got a chip you got some money.
You can't listen. It was recorded. And what did that show? It's like your father telling you, you know what, little dude, you should be buying your own sneakers and pants. Dad, I'm only 13.
Yeah. But we got focus. We got to give it to the kid. We got to give it.
Kids are supposed to get under your skin.
No. I never went to no adult like that. Ever.
That's listen. We talk about this. We talk about this all the time. Like to this day, I'm a grown man. My mother could talk to one of my nieces and nephews, and I'm lining up like if I did something wrong, because that's how we was raised. We was raised on that energy.
Right.
This generation was raised on the energy where their parents is more like their friends more than they actually like a parent. Because like I told you, there's a lot of parents when I be hanging with them and they be cursing at their kids and their kids curse back. I'm like, I'll be on my Scooby-Doo. Like, what? Like, you got away with that? Yeah. My mom would have been pow. She would have given me the Andre Agassi, the backhand.
So I think it's a meeting. We got to have a meeting. We got to have an even ground, bro. We got to figure out what they actually going to hear and if they want to hear. Because some kids tune you out as you talk. Like a lot of these kids ain't listening. You can tell them, yo, I got this sweet job for you. All you got to do is show up. Kid won't go there. He won't even go because he just don't feel like it or whatever. Like, so
that's my everyday work.
It's crazy,
bro. I hope you blow something and they'll blow it.
What?
Like,
Now is, you know what, this generation, I'm gonna sum it up with one word. I told you I have conversations with people every day on this. Entitlement. This generation feels entitled.
They do.
It's like they don't feel like I have to work for something. They feel like it should be just given to them.
They get a job with pay that you've been working at for 5-6 years, and they want more than that, and they want it tomorrow, and they feel like they should have it. And you ain't even been, you just got here. Walking on the job, want more than the people that's already there. I want to close that out with we just need more dialogue, and you're only going to reach a certain amount of kids anyway.
Bingo.
Some kids not going to be reached. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah.
It is what it is. They got their DNA. It's in their DNA to just do what they want to do. And even when I was a certain age, I was like, yo, I don't need to know nothing else. I learned that. I remember standing in my mama's living room, 18 years old. I remember the day like it was yesterday. I was like, I don't have nothing else to learn. I learned everything I need to know. Today, right now, I don't need to know. Now, of course, I was dumb. I'm 18 years old. Of course, I have more to learn. But imagine trying to talk to that kid that just affirmed himself that he don't have nothing else to learn from anybody. That's what you're dealing with right now. And speaking of kids, I'm going to shift the subject to the next topic. Unless y'all got something else to say.
No, it was
T.I.'s son, King. I don't know if y'all familiar with this story. Please, you familiar with the story? It's T.I.'s son?
No.
T.I.'s son goes live in the Waffle House, starts cursing at the people in the back because his order's wrong. They start responding, and he starts telling them, I got more money than all y'all in here. I can buy everything in here. I got what you make in my pocket. Right? And so the dude in the back is saying whatever to him, you can barely hear him. It's irrelevant because then this guy starts responding, what's up then? Come outside. We can shake something, blah, blah. Then he starts going about, he might come back that night and might catch a pistol whip, right? This is a millionaire's son, right? This kid hasn't done nothing in his life. He's about 17, 18 years old. He didn't earn that money that he's spending that thing. He pulled out a wad of money like this and started shaking it and hitting it on his own phone. Mad, just arrogant and disrespectful. This is what we're talking about. Now, I guarantee his father showed him and told him about money, but this is how it came out. Now, my problem with this is not only is he young and he's allowed to do all these things, T.I.'s response was, yeah, I was perplexed that he was talking to somebody beneath him that's not on his level. So instead of saying my son was wrong, he's telling him, don't engage with people that's beneath you. Just go move on and live your life. So that's basically giving him no accountability. So he doesn't even see anything wrong. Only thing he learning from this is,
ta-da.
Don't, they're beneath me.
Ta-da.
And I want to get Dante and Fleer's thoughts on this. I have my own. But what y'all think about that situation?
Yo, when you're a privileged person, you don't experience the proper amount of stress. Like and stress, they say pressure makes diamonds.
Yep.
So,
and pressure bust pipes too.
Yeah, and pressure busts pipes. If you grow up without enough struggle, I always say I'll hold true to this. You're gonna lose something. You're gonna lose a part of like your humanity because you never. When you're a baby and you first learn fire burns and you start learning pain hurts. I don't like it. You start strategizing ways to never have to feel that as best as you can to the best of your ability. If you never experience pain, you can go around doing that. Now, what if the same shit happened? I didn't see this story, but I'm going off what you said. What if he was up in there flashing the money? Somebody put the pistol to his neck.
Right.
All that power he had is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now he would have been taught. This is what real life is. Your life hasn't been real. Real life is full of fucking wolves. You don't pull out money.
Ooh, get him.
You don't pull out money for someone who's quote unquote beneath you.
But he felt safe,
because those are wolves. You know what I mean? So nobody has power when you're among a pack of wolves. Doesn't you're one of us. As a matter of fact, you're the lunch. So the fact that you could tell he hasn't experienced anything because he pulled out his money with people who are quote unquote beneath him.
Hold up, can I ask you a question before you go on?
Go ahead.
This is my point. I have this saying, the system. Where did he learn this behavior?
Father.
He learned it from being basically privileged, but it might be a problem that he didn't unlearn something. You know what I'm saying?
And now that he got his father's DNA. His father did all that when he ain't have it. He did it all, and he is father's son. And he might be trying to live up to that. If you go online any given second, he can see everything his father did.
Right. Yeah, correct.
His father was out here wild. His father was real, like he was even for the hood. He was extra. He was like a lot.
And he's a legend in Atlanta.
He's a legend. So he like I gotta be on these streets. These people looking at me as whatever. So he got to put up a shield and be a certain kind of way out here, or he feel like he fool.
Yeah, if I was a rich dude and my kids are coming up, I would teach them so much humility. You know why? Because you two assholes. My kids, I have two kids. So I would tell them, you two assholes are targets.
Right. Yeah.
As you go out there as my kids, people want to dig in your pockets or take your life. So you have to keep a profile. The burden is on you to humble yourself, or they will humble you.
Victor said T.I.
Boss.
His son. And he also said he ain't got no respect for him. I'm not gonna say I don't respect the kid, but what I want to say is, I think first of all, he at the Waffle House,
right?
He at the he already trying to prove something. What are you there for? So if he got a real understanding of what he really has, he wouldn't even be at the Waffle House. What? First of all,
no, it was not here.
These were here when I got
here. I did throw that there. They was over there. You talking about the cheese doodles?
No, I'm talking about the Welch's. Holy shit!
Put them right here. I might eat those.
Those are my joints.
Him by the sheer fact that he's going up into the Waffle House, showing you he wants to live a certain life that he doesn't have to. You're eating that Waffle House because you don't have the money to eat nowhere else. Yeah, we go to Waffle House after the club.
Nah, that food is good. I never even ate there yet. I know that food is good.
Not. Listen.
It's not?
Listen to me. It used to be good.
Okay.
It's not good no more. I've been to Waffle Houses recently, and they've been garbage. So what I'm saying is, Victor said Waffle House good. It depends on the Waffle House. What? The ones I went to wasn't that good lately. But he's rich. He does not need to eat there. He doesn't need to be there. And if anybody of any stature is going to go and have somebody go in there and get that food and bring it back out. Who did we just see get smoked, getting some cookies? Young Dog.
Young Dog, yeah.
Why are you going? I get it. It's your town.
Nah, you know what though?
You always get the cookies.
You know what? What you just
this guy was in a $500,000 car.
What you just said just put a different idea in my head. You know what? Sometimes we look at it as a privilege, but sometimes you know what you want to do? Because I was saying earlier, you know how light-skinned dudes want to prove themselves?
That dude is mad light.
That dude's light bright.
I actually have a friend of mine that tested that. Go ahead.
See, it's like, look how white he is. Like, yo, dude is light bright. Oh, that image is dope. You need to do that from now on. That is a dope image. Do the world see that? Okay, that's dope. Light bright. But you know what he's sitting up there? He's trying to live off I'm T.I.'s son. Y'all can't touch me. If you do touch me, there's gonna be consequences.
Right.
I'm directly saying, look at how he even look. He look like he's in an alternative. He don't even look like he's into hip hop. He look like Sideshow Bob.
Well, go ahead.
No, I just said it because it's like that's what it is. See, it's like you know, yo, we went to a show, right? Please, you didn't get this album, but yo, one of these dudes from South Carolina, I got his album, and I'm shouting at South Carolina. I wish I knew your name. I'd have shouted out, but he says, you know what? Y'all dudes is all tough when you got that background. Talk about all your goons. Right? He said, take that background on. We see how tough you are, and that's what it is. A lot of people want to sit up there and act like they like, yo, like we got a dude in our clan that's tough. And you know what he never does? Act like he's tough.
The tough guys don't need to act tough.
You look at him and just be like, yo, he gotta be a cool cow, or he got that ice grill, but you know, it's like also we got another dude, this dude. Like Fliz is a kid bear.
If you're I'm gonna go on a limb and say T.I. is worth at least, this is like lowballing.
Uh-huh.
I'm a lowball and say he's worth 20 million. That's lowballing because I know he's worth way more than that. But I'm gonna say 20 million. If you worth $20 million, is your son at the Waffle House alive, cursing that? Like, it starts at a certain that progressed into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's always getting what it is. I think he got picked on and bullied a little bit, so he decided.
Picked on, bully how though? He was always in privileged schools, boarding schools. They drug addicts and stuff. That's a different.
But they bullies too, though. So you gotta hold your own. I get that. You never seen them damn prep school, the white kid come up, yo, they knocking your books in. Oh, Sherry. Sherry, you can't sit with us. Like, it's just on some other stuff. It's whatever. But
you giving them the left quick.
No, right. We are. But we from different environment. If you born in that, then you scared of Billy or Brad or whatever. You think they tough. You don't realize it's way tougher people.
Okay, so why you go to the hood and try to prove something when you know these dudes can clap you instantly?
Because
Atlanta got you can carry.
No doubt. You know how many rich people end up hanging in the hood? Prodigy from Mobb Deep was not from there. He's
not from Queensbridge, right?
And he went over there on his own to be there.
You know your homework.
I read his book. He went there to be there, so he didn't have to live like that. Who else was it? It was a rapper that's mad, that's like mad gangster, and he lived in a beautiful home and all that. I think they said 50 wasn't even. 50 was
50 was hood.
No, he went there.
No, 50.
But he could have lived with his grandmother and them, and they wasn't hood like that.
But certain part of Queens. Listen, I'm from there. Certain part of Queens is still hood.
Right.
Man.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, it be the ones that don't need to be doing the most.
I agree with that.
It be the ones that don't need to be doing that. Be doing the most. They in the middle of it. They going to the hood.
He said King got tiny skin complexion.
They just showed a white girl that went to O Block in Chicago and asked them for a tour. Like it was like summer camp. And they gave it to her.
She wanted to get trained.
It's on Instagram.
She wanted to get trained.
She asked for a tour of O Block. I don't know. I don't remember she's cute. They barely showed. They showed her. Showed her skipping through the halls.
Yo,
oh my God!
When she goes over there, you know what she wanted.
Yeah, but she walked up. Mm-hmm. Wanted to take a tour of the projects, and they walked her around up and through the damn most notorious projects in the whole country.
We know that Chicago,
right? She's white.
Somebody just got shot.
You know what it is?
It's
the allure. She thinks that this is up. It's
that's all it is. It is the allure.
It's the allure of it. So
so what you gonna do? Run back to her people and say, "I was at O Block."
Yeah, she went viral.
Yes,
that's what she did.
That's pretty much is what it is. The world is full of attention seekers now. Like, but as far as like the whole like someone like that going to O Block, that's genius because she's a non-threatening presence.
She could have got hurt. She could have got hurt.
She could have got hurt definitely.
Dude, like, I think she got gang raped. I don't care what y'all say.
Well, I don't know about all that. I ain't gonna speak on that.
Don't say the R word.
You know what I mean?
Don't say the R word too much.
Yeah, you can't say that. I ain't gonna speak on that. But yeah, I just think she came off as non-threatening. I used to date a girl that went to Providence College back when I was a kid. You know, back when I was a teenager. So I remember like the white kids there being scared of me. You know, I come in. So I sometimes like joke. There was a swim team, and I joke with them like my dog had them little white boys jumping back then. And I'm a prankster. I'm not a thug, but I'm a jokester.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd always have to school like white folks to that point. Like, oh, we can't go across the Federal Hill line because that's where South Province. They're like, yo, we heard you'll get shot there.
Come on.
And I was talking to the girls. I was talking to these white chicks like, I'm like, yo, I think you guys will actually pretty much be safe. I said, because kids, do they ain't gonna try to hurt you or rob you, maybe. I said, they're gonna probably try to holler at you because you're cute.
That's what listen.
So I was like, so that's why, because you're not in, like, I'm from South Florida. You're not in the hood as a threat. You know what I mean?
Listen, Fliz, you know what?
Hold on, man. We get to you, Vic. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, we still talking about King.
I know we are.
Doing too much.
All right, with King, I'm gonna say the last. Hold on.
You know we're hood, man. Like we you know the people we hang with. Like, listen.
I hang with a respectful dude.
No. You listen.
My circle full of respect.
But you know how we. You want to play? You want to act like some funny scammer? But yo, listen.
No, I know some grimies, but they wasn't in my circle.
No. I didn't say they in the circle, but. Listen, I know how we think. You come in the O block. I'm like, yeah, I'll show you a tour, right?
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna try to like.
All right, so you know what? Let me save Dante from himself right now.
No, I'm good. I'm just telling you, like, yo,
save him from himself. End of the day, right? It's about respect. This kid does not respect his money, and he doesn't respect other people.
He don't respect his parents by doing that.
And not only that,
it's a question of respect. I just think he doesn't know.
Nah,
I think he doesn't care.
All he doesn't care.
Kids are inherently good for the no. I mean, for the most part, when you're a kindergarten, what you do? Get in line. You raise your hand. Like everything, you're trained to be polite. Yeah, you're trained to be kind to each other, right? So for you to not stay like that, it's because you chose that. So he's being guided where you don't really have to be polite. You're rich.
Yes.
You don't have, because his dad said you're wasting time talking to somebody who is not on your level. Right? So he's in there talking crazy, and he has some people with him. So he was like, these dudes was going to back him up. So then now,
he had people's with him?
Yeah, so then he went, so then you go live. Everything is all about disrespect. So it's like your whole purpose is now I'm gonna show you how ignorant I can get and how much attention I can get off this. Because anybody going live doing something ignorant, right?
Yep.
Just like the girl who went live when she was in the McDonald's drive-thru and over some cookies, and she started cursing everybody out and throwing stuff and acting real crazy over some cookies, and she went viral, but not for the reason she thought. She went viral because she was acting stupid. She was like, why am I waiting 2 minutes for some cookies? She went crazy over these cookies and went viral, but everybody was clowning her.
Listen, okay, we live in an era. I said on the other show, people are attentionated. That is my word. It's copyrighted. I said it. Don't steal my word or give me my credit. Attentionated. Did y'all see the video where the lady was on a plane and she had her thong on the plane?
Nope. I thought that was a guy.
No, that was
holding up the thong.
No, it was a chick.
Okay.
You see what I mean? It's like people see what it is. The world we live in today is this. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Chuck D said attention is the new currency. He said that a long time ago. Now, what it is people are sitting up there thinking like, yo, I'm watching the Kardashians. I'm watching who else went viral? Catch Me Outside. All these different people.
But with that, this chick made $30 million
on
off of getting attention. Go ahead.
Right. Now, the thing is, when you hear these stories, you're not thinking these people was already connected to people that was already in the industries that could make these moves. So you sitting up there thinking like, yo, I'm trying to do something to get me to go viral. Because you know how many artists, youngins, like going back to what we were saying about people listening, like, you know how many young dudes I tried to put on and I told them like, yo, here you go. You got an opportunity to perform here. and then they took advantage of it because they thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna put my music on TikTok and it's gonna take off. That's not how it works. You don't go viral overnight. See, they just thinking they seeing it and they not having a full understanding. And that's what's going on with the society right now. It's like people don't have a full understanding of what they're doing. They're just thinking like, if I could do something, it's gonna put me in a mood. Cause like here's the thing, homeboy might be trying to do what he do. Cause in the same video of Fat Joe, what did he say about those boots when everybody was clowning him? It made him money. He said he went viral. He didn't even know. He said, yo, I went viral. And he was able to renegotiate his contract. Yo, I know how to hit game. So the thing about it is people is trying to go viral thinking like, yo, I can get my own show. I can do my own thing. So mom and dad, I don't need you. I can do my own thing. So that might have been his way of trying to go attentionated.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And so basically he's using that attention, which is negative attention. Because most of the people that's watching it is going to be workers.
Right.
That live in that type of.
But they recorded it and somebody put it online.
No, he recorded it.
Oh yeah.
He went live and was like cursing out the people. So, but the people that's watching, so he's gonna get attention. But all of the people in his live is gonna be other people that work at places just like that.
Right.
Who are not gonna be sympathetic to him. They're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
You're a clown, yeah.
So it's gonna backfire. And after a while, negative attention backfires. Even no matter how much attention you get, and after a while, it backfires. I can give you two examples. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, correct.
He got a lot of money and a lot of fame and then got locked. That gang been around forever. When he came around, he put the gang on the freaking line. And every single thing they used on him in court was on Instagram because he showed it. That's when they got locked and he had to snitch on everybody. Right?
Right.
He wouldn't have had to snitch if they didn't put everything out there. Mike G in the building was good. Chop said because of social media, everyone has the opportunity to get their 15 minutes of fame. That is a fact. I don't, in a way, man. And this one right here, this is off topic right here. Y'all ain't got to respond. But it's too much. We got too much access to these people, bro.
Yeah.
Too much access. I shouldn't be able to go and what's my girl? Doja Cat. I shouldn't be able to go on her page and at her and DM her and say anything. Like it's too much.
That's
it's
not
ridiculous.
really Doja Cat. That's her people.
It's Doja Cat.
Doja Cat is not.
Listen, bro. It's Doja Cat.
Really?
But
I'm gonna hit up right now and say, yo,
I'm gonna tell you
my name is Dante Inferno.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. And I wish I never heard this. And I'm going off topic. But I saw a post the other day, yo, and I'm trying to forget. Do anybody got one of them lights that they do in the Men in Black when they erase your memory? Please, I need to erase my memory.
Showtime.
And this is my guy, bro.
Neuralizer? I think it was neuralizer.
I need a neuralizer, bro, to erase my memory. But I saw an article clip, and the guy Rakim came out.
I see the same one. I know what you're talking about.
This dude Rakim said, listen, man, this is my dog. He's still top 5, but it's hard. This dude said he used to masturbate 10 times a day. He was addicted to porn and he lost his wife because of that.
Family.
And family. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing else from nobody no more. That might have been the last true idol that I respected like that.
I'm not gonna say I lost respect. You said that on there too.
But I'm like, dog, we did not need to know that. I wish I never heard it. Like I wish somebody could flash.
See, look at this.
I don't want to know that about Rakim, right? Is that what it is?
No.
So what I'm saying is, it's too much information out here, bro.
Nah, but listen, you know what?
I wish we can go back when all we had was Vibe magazine. Like you ain't know nothing until it was in Vibe magazine or Source magazine. You had to wait a month. Something could happen today. You had to wait next month for the source to put in the book. I missed them days because it's too much information. And these people, like this kid, could go right on his phone, go live, show you his whole ass, like whatever you feel like doing. It's ridiculous, bro. I'm trying to figure out.
Nah, you know what? Somebody said the same thing I said, and this was a woman who said what I said. But that's the last topic. We good.
So I wish I could forget that. What Mike G say?
Yo, Charles.
Oh yeah, Mike G said Dante Martin Peter Quillen, Play in the Rain, single coming soon.
Fire song, dude. I'm there. Wait till y'all hear it.
I can't wait to hear it. Y'all gotta
Fire
look out for that.
song.
When it come out, we're gonna promote it.
Fire song.
Nah,
but listen, the thing is, it's like he might be trying to teach the young. See, here's the thing, Charles.
Who rockin'?
Yeah, he might be trying to teach the young. See, nah. Listen, real talk.
That right there is
Kurt
admission.
Franklin did the same thing.
But listen, every single thing these days is strategic, right? When Lil Nas X came out and said he was gay.
So you think God MC came out and said that he masturbated?
I think it's strategic, bro.
He's trying to get on porn?
Listen, no, what I'm saying it's not something. It's not as cut and dry like that. But that brings attention to you.
It could
Just like you say, when Fat Joe wore them gay ass boots or whatever kind of boots, everybody was calling him gay and clowning him. You said he got his stock went up.
He got
renegotiated because he was viral. You'd be surprised what our idols is thinking. But go ahead, please.
I'm sorry, man. I'm feeling good. That drink got me feeling good.
Yeah. Got me feeling good.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday, yo. To my man. Yo, listen. To everybody, yo. E&J, I want my sponsorship, yo. E&J Peach. Sleep if you want.
He finally got it right. He brought the apple here.
No, I bought apple and peach that night. We just murked the
bought something else here.
No, that was it.
Brought the peach.
No, I bought apple peach. We had your apple Crown Royal.
Okay.
I got a new drink for you, me and TJ.
What is it?
Oh, we'll talk about it off camera. Next time we go out, I got you.
You know what? I ain't even make y'all no mix now.
There you
Patricia
go,
Rose.
Pat.
Happy birthday, Trav. Turn up.
Who said that?
Turn
Patricia.
up.
Patricia. Oh, what up, Pat?
So we offer that. We offer King T.I.'s son. We offer that. I think he played himself. And T.I. got to do better parenting with this kid. But this kid is on his way. A couple months ago, not even about 2 months ago, a worker in the Burger King pulled out a burner and killed somebody. I don't know if you saw that. Somebody came through the drive-thru window or something. And when he got in there,
is that the story?
It was actually a prank.
I believe it.
It was a prank. They was pranking like they was robbing it. And the dude from the Burger King, it was either a prank or something.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. And the dude from the Burger King pulled a gun out, bow, killed the person. Right?
He didn't get charged. Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Right. Now,
what city was this?
I don't know.
It had to be somebody with a gun.
Yeah.
Pranks like that have been happening a lot more. Like,
no, but I'm talking about if you got a gun on you, you kill somebody. Because in New York, you got a gun on you, getting charged with the gun. It doesn't matter.
Now, I'm not sure if that exactly story was a prank, but I know a Burger King worker killed somebody that was trying to rob it or something. Yeah. Now, King went there talking crazy to this kid. This kid could have been packing. What if he pulls out? Bam!
Nah, they knew who he was.
You know what?
He knew that too. I'm trying to tell you.
I wouldn't know who he was if he was right here.
No, you won't. But I'm talking about he's in his. This one's yo.
Atlanta, they know who he is.
Listen, please. Yep. Everybody in Rhode Island know who you are.
I don't know about
that. No. And what I'm saying,
I know a lot of y'all. Shout out whoever don't know me, get to know me.
Listen,
today's my birthday.
Hey,
good.
We gonna cut Fliz off.
Get to know me. I'll cut myself off. Everybody knows me. I'm not a drinker. I don't have a high tolerance. I know I'm at my.
I wanted him to feel good.
Listen, be for a while. Don't worry about it.
Listen, everybody, your water's right there.
Wait. Oh, word.
Yo, listen.
All right, back to my sponsorship.
We got Fliz a little Sliz. We call him Fliz Slizzy tonight.
Listen, happy birthday. This is my brother, man.
We got Fliz. Don't get Sliz though. I can't have both y'all Sliz.
I'm good. I told you I ain't never do that again when I did on the camera. These are my brothers.
This is my limit. I know my limitations. Yeah, go ahead.
He took the bottle, yo.
I can't have both y'all.
I'm good. I'm good. No, listen. What did I tell you at your wedding? You can do what I got.
I never had a wedding.
Thank you. I'm about to save y'all.
We don't bring up stuff.
I'm about to save y'all for yourself.
But anyway,
we don't. Cheers, TJ. No. What I was saying, Charles. What I was saying.
Thank you, everybody, for the birthday.
I was saying to the Fliz.
Yo, they gonna be here for a while. They gonna be here.
Fliz. People know who you are, man.
Right.
You don't do stupid stuff, but if you were to do something stupid, you know you can get away with it. And that's why you laughing, because again, especially if you know who's in the building with us. So that's what he's. You know what it is. You know what this whole thing is about. I want to test how much power my father has. That's what it's about. Like when you got it's like Richie Rich. Remember his father?
Yeah.
See, it's like when you got a powerful person behind you, you're gonna do some uncalled for things.
Now his father needed to shut that down, though.
I know, but and you just say he didn't.
Yo, dude just made himself a target. I'll tell you that. Because now all the quote unquote hostility is gonna be on high alert.
They're gonna want to see
people. Somebody gonna want to test.
No, I'm gonna tell you. No. He could get the knuckle game, but ain't nobody gonna kill that kid. Cause like, yo,
why not?
Did you? No. Chill. Alanda is a different animal.
Wait, Dante, listen to me.
Yo, go ahead. Yup.
If he keeps going that route, he will get killed.
Nobody's above an asshole.
I promise you.
Your father could be King Jeffrey Johnson.
No. I said he's gonna get the knuckle game.
No.
You kill that kid, that's a war.
But wait, listen to me.
Charles, hold up.
If he keep going at these random people, somebody gonna murk him, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
Hold on, no. Listen.
You didn't watch the video.
Hey, no.
He's talking about coming back pistol.
Hold on. Listen, I know. Listen. Your father.
Right.
If your kid was doing this, right, and you schooled him, but he still did it, and somebody laid them down, I don't care what.
But you talking about the retaliation? I'm saying that could happen.
I didn't say, but listen, that's his mind. He's not thinking he's gonna get laid down. He's thinking, you know what? I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna showcase my father's power.
Right.
Power.
Right.
That's what it's all like.
But
you know how big, like BMF, like when Jeezy was running with BMF, he couldn't be touched.
Right.
Could not be touched. Before he came up with CTE and everything, you couldn't touch that man.
Right.
That's what I'm sitting up there saying. When you have power behind you, you're gonna act a certain way. Like me, y'all know I'm an idiot everywhere I go by myself. That's just me. But I also know if I make phone calls, I have power behind me.
Right.
But I don't.
But you're not acting like it's ignorant.
You know why? Because the difference is,
How old is homie?
He's young.
Like 17, 18 years old. But you got time to learn.
See, he's acting like
he acting like a kid.
Power. Yeah, I get it.
That's what I say.
But my kids wouldn't be acting like that.
I agree.
Under no circumstances.
My kids, you are a target.
But listen, I know, but different environment, different way of being raised. See, what did I always tell you when I'm out on the streets and I tell you about our brand? I represent you when I'm out by myself. I do something
about the streets, though, Dante. You can't apply logic to things that's illogical.
Did you watch The Family Hustle? Did you watch that show with them?
Yeah.
Did you see how he treated them kids? He was very loose with them kids.
Right.
He was very, all right now, you're gonna get burned. Like he let them learn a lot of stuff.
You're funny.
Hard way, right?
Yep.
They would do stuff and it would be funny.
Right.
They did it for the team, so they let them do it.
It's kind of like the Ball brothers.
Like, yeah, if you're in a logical soul, the rules don't apply to you.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like I see a lot of people in my daily life that there's a lot of people in my history I wish I could have seen. I tried to see. You know, these were illogical young people whose brain didn't develop yet. They did dumb shit, and they didn't care about how tough the other people's back was, crew was. They reacted on impulse. Impulses will get so many people effed up. So, like, if he's 17, he's the first of all. The point is he's a target. Now there are a lot of logical people like, oh, he's 17, oh, he's T.I.'s son. There might be people intimidated. He might have back. He got guys with him. There's always that one person who don't give a goddamn. I have nothing to lose. I have a person in my life right now, a young boy, who said, I am willing to go all out and lose my life just over something small as my respect. He's willing to throw his goddamn life away. And he let me know that he goes, yo, dude, someone disrespect me on the smallest increment, he's going to throw his life away. There's always that type of person. That person's scary to me. You know what I mean?
Of course, I agree.
That person's, but so if my son, if I get rich and my kids are out there, we have entered a new realm of life. You now have a burden. You're a target. First of all, I would think about kids are a target anyway because
Anyway,
there's assholes and perverts and stuff everywhere. So you're just a target when you're a kid and you're dumb. If you're like, all right, Mahalia, what's her name? Obama's daughter.
Sasha and Malia.
Yeah, those chicks just can't go around doing shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're Obama's daughters. They have to be protected for the rest of their life, probably.
Man, he the muscle.
You know what I mean? They can't go around acting all ignorant and harsh and dumb and shit. It's like, yo, that's Obama's all. Let's get
but you know what? You kill one of them kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, listen, we done with this
Yeah,
subject.
I agree.
You touch one of them kids,
I agree, but people don't think.
Listen, please.
You're basing your logic on someone who's gonna think.
No, I'm not saying that.
Like,
listen,
like,
hey, do you remember what you said to us when your daughter was born and we were your people?
Yep. No, I don't remember what I said, but
you was like, you said, yo, my daughter ain't going nowhere with nobody. I don't trust nobody. Whatever.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
See, I'm like, we your people. Like, what we gonna do? Like,
but you can't.
No. What I'm saying.
He should be.
No. Listen to the No. Listen to the logic. The fact of the matter, he know we ain't going. We're protected like it's him. Like if something happened to him, his daughter's straight in my hands and stuff. But he knows that. But again, that's the logic of what it is. What I'm sitting up there saying. So, in your kid knowing that they got that power over daddy, like, oh, if anybody touch me. Like your daughter go outside, ain't nobody touching your kid.
Let me get something straight. I do raise my kids in struggle. So
No. I'm saying when your kid knows, like my daddy got me.
Yeah, to a degree. You can't go like not to change the subject. Like take my daughter. I am raising my daughter to be a young lady. I'm not teaching her she's the equivalent to a man. So like you keep your hands to yourself because a guy these days will bust you down your mouth. You are not the physical equivalent of a male. So I teach my daughter, no, there are guidelines and safety guidelines you have to take in protecting yourself. So you know what I mean? So I teach them you have to have a shield. You have to be cautious. You have to use your mind. You know what I mean? So that's what. So I'm getting at that too. You have to teach protections. Like if my son, if I'm T.I., my son going out there acting reckless, boy, get your ass home. Matter of fact, I'm cutting off your bank account because you're stupid. That's it. You too got this is me. I be that old son of a. You too goddamn stupid.
Speaking of bank accounts, we're gonna talk about Bankroll Freddie. We gotta keep it moving.
Bankroll, let's go.
So I don't know if y'all know about Bankroll Freddie.
What was you reaching for?
My water.
Bankroll Freddie is a rapper out of, I believe, Memphis. Right? And he just realized that when he went to court.
He's so homeboy name that got shot in Atlanta.
They put two,
Bankroll Fresh.
Well, I don't
that
know
was a
what
play on that. Go ahead.
They used two of his songs lyrics against him in the court.
Oh, okay.
Two of his songs were in the paperwork for his trial.
Yep.
Upcoming, right? And he put that online. Like, wow! I just realized that they put two of my songs against me in court.
Shicey said the same thing that they did that to him.
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's one of the things that he said that happened to him. So when it comes to that, okay, here's the thing, right? We in a new age. There's cameras everywhere. There's voices everywhere. Do you know that Alexa is connected to who you think they're connected to? See, exact. So now here's the thing. Whatever you say, why do you think they say this in court? Whatever you say can and will be used against you.
Before you get to court.
In a court of law. Exactly. You know why? Because you don't know what they have on you when they getting you. You're just going by, they caught me in this situation. And you think you're gonna get away scot-free.
Patricia said Big Brother is all up in the
Exactly. Thank you, Patricia. That's my point. These televisions and everything too. So that's what I'm sitting up there saying.
That's why you gotta cover your camera on your computer. This one came off. I took it off.
So now what I'm sitting up there saying is this. When they want you and they coming after you, like look at right now, we just talked about Young Thug and Gunna.
Hitler's getting used against him.
That's been happening in Providence for years too, just on local.
See, you know that.
I can't say it in the case, but
now
I know they do that locally.
Be honest with what you're saying. Do they be talking about the crime when they using it?
The actual crime?
Actual crime.
No, then not the crime at hand, but they just use the violent nature of their song against them. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's been happening.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? I know everybody's like, say this, you can't use lyrics and you can't use it, but what do you think?
There is artistic creation. There is artistic creation. So on one hand, no, you shouldn't be. You got to let me be artistically free to express what I want without being judged in a harsh way, because art is subjective.
Right.
I said some lines in songs where, oh, that's what you thought I meant? No, that's not what I meant. But it's cool you thought that, you know?
You could say art is subjective, but when it comes to the masses of somebody else that have an agenda or what they're trying to accomplish, they ain't looking at it as being subjective.
No, I get that. I get that. So that's what I'm saying. That's one side of it. The other side is when you put something out to the public in the world, man, like you got to be able to stand tall upon it. You got to stand tall. Whatever I say and put out to the world. Shout out to Shane Lee, because we had a pact before. We're not going to, we would consciously try not to put something out that promotes somebody death, that promotes death and destruction to people. You know what I mean? We'll keep it gully. We can keep it fairly street and all that, so we're not corny or nothing like that. But it was like, no, we don't want to put that out there, because, like it or not, you have a responsibility as an adult to the things you say, and you want people to buy. Because when I put things out, I want everybody to hear it. You know what I mean? I want everybody to buy it and support me. So that comes with a burden. Guess what that comes with? That comes with a price tag. If I say something stupid and somebody follows it, it might follow me to court. So I have to, as a man, stand 10 toes on that. Say, oh man, I said that. It happened to DMX. He goes, he said, but I just meant that that's something you would do to your worst enemy. When he said, if I see a girl, I will R her. You know what I mean? And that line on this, I think it was his first album. They brought him to court on that. They brought DMX to court for something he even do with a stripper, and they proved he wasn't even in town.
Wow.
But his lyrics was always getting him.
Rick Ross got in trouble for talking about putting
putting in the drink. Some in the drink, yep.
And he never did it, but he lost sponsorships and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you kind of gotta, as a grown up, you gotta take
because it depends on who come out. Because the women came out and be like, I put something in her drink, you didn't even know it.
Yeah,
I see me, a person like me who's kind of always, I semi chest move. I would never say something like that, because I don't feel I want to be that cool to people to say something like that. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
Nah, he was just trying to, like, I get what he was trying to do with the concept of the song. See, most of the time, most of these things that these people are rapping about, they ain't even doing.
That's what somebody said too.
They no, I know for a fact.
That's the art of the subjective side.
Right. They not doing what they don't see what it. Okay, again, we smarter than that. We know when people have an agenda, like for instance, the RICO law. What's the RICO law for? And Fat Joe spoke on that too. He said if they was doing it on the Italians and they couldn't lock the Italians, he said he knew they was coming for the minorities, and that's exactly what they're using it against now. But again, it's like this: if I want to get, you know how the game is played that most people don't want to talk about. You see how all that jewelry he had on him? Bankroll, what's Freddie? Like, if you show the picture, look at all that jewelry. Like, how much money do you think he's wearing on him right now? A lot.
Hundreds of thousands, maybe a million.
So now here's the thing. I'm giving you all that money. How do I get it back? Lock you up. Lock you right back up. See, the thing about it is, I know you in studio recording all this, and I'm just like, yeah. Like I said, it's a game. So now here's the thing. He get locked up. I own his rights to his music and everything. I can make money off of him while he ain't even out here doing anything. Because he already got his following. His following was already up. Because, you know, with the streaming things, all I gotta do is take your music that I already own, the masters, and put it out on the stream, and I'm going to make money without you. And there's nothing you can do about it because you're locked up behind bars. That's the new game right now.
There are legal channels you can't do something. It's about states, but
no. If you look at it right now, like go look at what's Empire. Empire owned the rights to all the artists that passed away. Listen to what I just said. Read between the lines. They own the rights to all the artists that passed away. Do you know the roster?
Nope.
King Von, Young Dolph, MO3, and there's one more.
just passed away.
Yeah, there's 4 of them dudes that they got the rights. Oh, XX, right? Was he on there too?
I think that was he died.
I know, but the fact is they own their rights. So when they put out that music, guess who gets the money? The distribution, the company, not the families.
All right, so I want to touch on this. So I agree with you, and I feel like on the flip side, we should be able to say I say some pretty crazy stuff. I reach for shock value. Some of my stuff is so shock value, it can't even be used as a realistic a conversation. It'll be I say stuff like sodomized Gomorrah at the Concourse. I say stuff like that. That can't who's Gomorrah? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't. It doesn't even make no sense really.
That do make sense,
but it makes sense.
More
right? So, but
you trying to be slick.
So, I go for shock value. I want you to be like, oh, I can't believe he said it. Like Eminem used to do. I can't believe he said that. Oh my God! Like, so that's artistic merit. That's somebody trying to use artistic freedom, right?
Yeah. So on the same side, it's like a lot of people who won't know the biblical Gomorrah might know the Marvel.
Yeah, that's
what think you're born on her. You
know
what I mean?
I mean, the whole thing was talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking
that's
about.
why it's so subjective. I love it.
Right, but that's playing with it artistically.
Yeah.
But if I'm a thug and I'm out here gun button and all this stuff, and then I go make 40 rap songs talking about gun button and this and that, at that point, them not artistic lyrics. Yeah. That's not artistic discretion.
Well, if you talking about it, then you end up doing it. You're not artistic no more. You actually are imitating life.
That's the thin line. So, like, we just talked about Bankroll, Freddie. They used 2 of his songs. Now I'm sure they didn't drag him into court for the songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting to the point where everybody making it about the songs. Dudes be having real charges, and the songs come into play.
Hold up.
So it's like
these 2 stories that you got is gonna coexist because I know you about to translate and transition to the next story. I know. Yeah. Yup.
I'll tell you. You know what? I won't elaborate on it. I'll elaborate more on it after.
I'm good. I'm dead serious. I'm good.
After we turn.
We going out to eat. We going out to eat.
I'll tell you something.
You coming
I'll
on?
tell you guys the true story after the cameras go up. But I'll say this to the world: like, it don't feel no good when your lyrics is gonna be used against you in court because the shit happened.
Oh, stop! What happened?
You with the court too?
I'll tell you about it after. But
no, you never told me this.
I'm not violent, but I'll tell you, it doesn't feel good. But again, as a man, I stand on what I said, and here's what. And y'all,
can you just tell me what song?
Wait, that's my nightmare. That's my nightmare.
I'll tell y'all after.
Sitting in court and they playing my lyrics again.
I'll tell you, and I had to play it for my lawyer. Me and my lawyer had to go through the song.
Oh my!
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So that's why I'm like, oh shit. But I stood tall on my lyrics, and I'm like, I can't wait for the judge to hear this.
What was the outcome?
I was good.
I did 30 days.
Oh, no. I was good. I'm good. I'm good.
That's good.
I'll tell y'all after.
Cheers to it. What's some more?
So listen,
I got some right here.
I'm gonna tell you about my man Calvin. My man Calvin got pulled over way back in the day, and we was in Mud Kids. And I have a song in there called True, where I'm talking about hip hop is mad like no cursing, it's just me talking about hip hop. And so the guy asked him, the cop asked him, what do you do for a living? Why you get this car? Whatever, because whatever car he had was expensive. He had a 3,000 GT, Mitsubishi 3,000 GT.
Oh, I love those joints.
Yeah,
I know it.
The whole story about that. But he had that car, and the guy was like, how you get this car? He's like, we're a hip hop group. We do music. So he was like, let me hear something. Put something on. So he put my song True on. And the cop listened to it. He's like, all right. I get it. You can go. Because the lyrics of that was the opposite of what everybody was doing. Mm-hmm. So that's a story where the lyrics got somebody out of trouble. But the cop didn't know that he bought that car with illegal funds.
Right. No, my brother got a story like that. Scott, when he was telling a story about Swan Naughty, when a cop pulled him over and he said, if you give me the CD, I'll let you.
Oh, he wanted the cassette?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop took the cassette. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
He liked the music.
Yo, listen, we need to transition.
No, hold up. Transition.
That was about lyrics in court.
Transition that into that because it's like here's how that worked. I want to transition this because that is a Bankroll Freddie lyrics was used in court against him. Young Moose
out of Baltimore
had police use fake narcotics against
Mm-hmm.
him.
Fake.
They staged
planted it.
See, now this is my point. When you rapping about certain things,
Mm-hmm.
and they could use that against you, like for instance, I have a nice car, black on black. You know why I ain't
You
tinted?
work for that though.
You know why I ain't tinted? I don't want that attention.
Mm-hmm.
So when they pull me over, notice I ain't rapping about no
Have you been
drug.
pulled over in that car?
Nope, I haven't been. You want to hear something funny? I haven't been pulled over in my Navigator or that car. And the Navigator was sitting. I almost got robbed and beat up and all the other stuff for the Navigator. That's a different story.
The cops don't see it, but the hood sees it.
Yeah, the hood was on the sharks, the wolves was on me. But again, T.I. son, some dude pulled up in front of my house. He's like, wait a minute, he's connected. Because when I seen him, I was just like, hey, we got a problem here. And he knew who I hung with. So he was just like, that ain't the one.
T.I.
No, that's why I know what T.I.'s son's thinking.
Ran hustle over here.
But Trent, Liz, did you hear about this Young Moose dude?
Nah, I never heard of any Young Moose.
Young Moose is a rapper in Baltimore.
Okay.
There was this dirty cop, and he was planting drugs on people. He planted drugs. He pretended to bust this guy and planted drugs on him.
Okay.
Back in like 2012.
Okay.
He ended up going to jail. He pleaded out. He took the charge. He took the plea deal. But he always said, this guy planted this on me.
Yep.
He was reading law books and stuff.
Yeah, he always said this guy planted this on me. Couldn't find out this cop was doing it to other people.
Yep.
And when Young Moose got out of jail, this cop started harassing him. You know how you watching them TV shows where the cop always come around and like,
New Jersey Drive.
Now,
Yeah, like,
I go back
that's
to
my
the
movie.
60s and say Cornbread Earl and me.
always on the same guy. Like, oh, you'll come in, Leroy. Like, oh, don't run for me. You're going to make it worse. Just on him. You know what I'm saying?
That intimidation tactic.
Yeah, she said he was always harassing, always on him. Da, da, da. Couldn't find out this cop got caught being corrupt to a lot of other people, planting a lot of other drugs on a lot of other people. So they ended up arresting him and come to find out that he planted this on this kid. So then this kid got a settlement of $300,000 from the city.
I don't think that's enough.
That's not enough for me. Yeah,
But he gonna take it.
You gotta take it.
That happened in 2012. That's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
This go too much longer. They ain't gonna give him nothing. Yeah. Only thing is the council got to approve it. Like they awarded it to him, but it has to be approved by the city, whatever it is.
Hey,
Which they gonna do it.
Baltimore's poor.
I'm gonna take that 300. I'm like, bro, I've been all right for 10 years. I'm gonna take that 300K. I'm not gonna be like, y'all owe me more. Like, I'm taking that. But yeah, it could have been more. But that goes to show that it's not always about what the cops said you did or didn't do. It ain't always about that you rapping about whatever. You have to actually commit a crime. And these lyrics don't necessarily mean you committed a crime just because you're a rapper, right? A lot of dudes be getting caught up in stuff they didn't even do at all. And it's just because they rapping about it, now they on them. What you think about the hip-hop police for in the first place? They making sure these rappers ain't doing these crimes.
Right.
They're following around for a year. They said they was watching these Young Thug and them. They say 10 years? 10, 12 years? They what, 15 years? I'm like, I don't know how long it was. 11 years? I don't know how long it was. But they've been watching them dudes for years. Now, I don't know why they're trying to say they got 50 bodies. You let them get 50 bodies?
First of all, see, you gotta.
That's where the case goes wrong.
You have to exaggerate it. Okay, you know how when you ever heard of a person getting caught up in the drug ring, and they show you all the guns and money and everything?
Right.
Half of that stuff don't be what they caught these people with. They added on because it looked good for the television. That's why, like I have friends that actually got off on certain. They're not my friends like that, but they're associates that I know of, and they got off because they went to trial because they was like, that's not our stuff. See, the media could make it and manipulate whatever they want to put out there to show you that this is what we captured when we captured these people, but it's not really the truth because you don't know. You're not with these people. That's why one of the things is, like, I don't know people's situations and I don't want to judge them on what it is that they going through and how they surviving. That's why one of the things I want to hear your story before I speak on it. Because a lot of the things that's happened is like for instance, why did they target this guy all of a sudden? Because here's the thing. He might have been doing shows. He might have been getting a name. Because I know one thing about Baltimore. Remember when we was out there and everything was shut down? We was out there when we was like 18. Everything was shut down because they were saying for the gangs. And I know you're from that area. Like, I remember another time I went out there, there's a different culture out there. So, and the Wire didn't make it no better either. You saw why they targeted him after the fact? What is it that he was doing that they say, you know what? And then another thing about police that most people don't know, see, we ain't even speaking on that factor is they trying to get their numbers up. So most of the times when they be putting these jackets on you, they doing it to get their numbers up.
They get bonuses and promotions for that. And then
overtime. Forget those.
And then not only that, that's why you see certain times of the year, you ride down the street and you see mad cops sitting there just waiting in speed traps because it's that time of the year. Ticket time.
Yes.
Certain times of the year they got
quota time.
It's a quota. So you gotta get them
quota.
Up,
there you go. See,
so now they sitting in the cut.
We are educated.
So a lot of this stuff be numbers based.
Yep.
You move up or down based on numbers. Why do you think the RICO thing came in the first place? Because they needed the numbers to justify the force that they had.
Like if you think about when they got Al Capone, they didn't get him on the crimes he was doing. They got him because he kept a record of the money he actually made.
And they got him for taxes.
Tax evasion. If he
he got to keep some books, but they ended up getting the book. It ain't like he just had them laying out. They ended up.
I know that, but if he never would have kept them books,
right,
he'd have got away.
In theory.
Nah, he would have got away.
In theory, you gotta have books. You gotta know what.
Nah, listen, I ain't got a book on nothing. I got a book of rhymes.
So my dude, Young Moose, salute to you for getting that 300K. I don't know what you did before that. I don't know what you did after that, but enjoy that money.
I wish I could join you on that.
Don't blow it.
Last week, guys,
get the hell out of Baltimore.
Last week we said we was going to do a topic, and I said we could do that right now. And I kind of remember what it was. Topic made a comment. Baltimore is still rough, but it's more diverse now because they're selling homes dirt cheap.
Yes.
But trust and believe it's still rough. My mom lives 2 blocks away from the low rise that was in the Y, and it's crazy over there.
Chop, I know you're not lying because I told you how I got my money up. I was paying other people to go to Baltimore to get property because they were trying to get me into that. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with Baltimore because I know how it gets down. I know how it gets down because that's close to See, Baltimore, DC, Virginia. If you don't know those areas like that, yeah, you'll get swallowed up quick.
Shout out to Che and Brent. They always those are my guys. Always.
So I was born in DC and I was raised in PG.
PG in Maryland.
In Maryland.
Yeah.
But Baltimore is its own bubble. Like these 3 cups, they don't mingle. Like they like you go there and come back and this and that, but Baltimore has its own, they do their own dances, they do their own music, like they got their own bubble. Just like DC.
He said you could buy a home in Baltimore for $1. I got robbed in.
Yeah, good luck. Try to live in the house. Try to live there.
No. You know what I would do? I would buy it, keep it abandoned until they could look what they did to Brooklyn, where I used to live, the Barcades and all that.
That's a long. That's the long game.
Keep it abandoned.
No. I'm keeping it. No, I own the property. I'm not gonna invest in it because when they start cleaning up the area, then I can put all my money into it.
Guys, so listen. Last week, and I'm gonna need y'all to help me to remember what the topic, what the list was gonna be. We was talking about Anthony Shepard said homes cheap down here. Got my 3rd bed for 16 grand.
16 what?
16,000.
No, 16. We don't know what. Yo.
I had a 3-bed for.
Oh, you talking about his home?
Wow.
Is it 16? You renting or you own?
He's saying he got it for 16,000.
Hold on, no, he just said 16. We don't. What? 16 grand, 16,000.
He's saying 16,000. He got a house for 16,000. I'm going to Baltimore.
No, that's why. Why you think I'm moving to Atlanta? I mean Alabama.
Wow. I'm not moving that far. Now the thing about Alabama, my man Big Young just moved down there. Salute to Big Young. He's down there.
CJ's about to go down there.
Alabama's different though.
What?
Culturally.
See, yo,
listen to
Charles,
what I'm telling you.
listen.
It's different. That's all I'm saying.
I have family down south. I've been down south.
Different.
I am not scared. I'm like,
no, I'm not telling you
I'm never scared. Yo.
I'm not telling you be scared, but on all levels. Did you see that report that just came out. I sent it to you. About them
know.
cops.
Yeah.
Talking all that racist stuff.
Listen.
On the this is in North Carolina.
North Carolina, I know.
It's different. Now,
listen.
But before we got, he said down there the right move. Oh,
listen, we got time. Let's address that real quick. Listen, one of the things about me, like you gotta remember, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I moved to Rhode Island.
Rhode Island was the promised land at one point.
Huh?
Rhode Island was the promised land.
Really? You gotta speak with me on that one because I didn't see it. But I ended up moving to Jersey and Philly on my own. I didn't have no family. I didn't take my mom. My mom didn't take me. I went on my own. I ended up going to Florida. I ended up down south. So these are moves I was making on my own as a 22-year-old. So again, I'm still here alive right now because again, you're right. I know racism's still alive. They're just concealing it.
Right.
But the thing about it is how you maneuver. Like I remember one time when I was
saying don't go. It's gonna feel different. Different.
I was about to run up on somebody's porch and take a Confederate flag off their porch. Listen. No,
you touch that flag if you want.
Listen. Again, I'm not trying to be big and bad. I don't never come off like that. I'm just saying that was the mentality of how I was living. But then I learned. That's why, again, I know how to maneuver, and I maneuver correctly as an elder statement. I don't want to tensionate it no more.
All right, so I don't want to go into this and that with black and white. I want to talk about something that we was very touched on last week, and you were like, "We can talk about this right now." It was a Nas and Jay-Z conversation.
Oh no, we talk about the diss records.
The diss records.
The diss records. Let's go. The top diss records. Let's go.
Did we already do this now?
No.
No,
we didn't do it. No, we was talking on it, but we didn't go into it. Let's go. The top. Who
out there down to do? We're not doing no top 10.
Yes,
we
doing
top 25.
Stop, bro. Top 10, man. Stop it. What you scared of?
We good because to me, it's annoying to try to box all these great records. You can try to put 150 great
top
records.
10.
You want to try to put 150 records into 10.
Top 10.
That's annoying, bro.
You're scared.
I don't want to. I don't want to. That's like telling a dude. That's like a dude that can box talking to another dude.
Okay, top 20 then. Can we just do a top 20? Top 20.
Here's my question.
Go ahead.
My question is, for every top whatever we've done in the past, has it ever been agreed with by any by 100%?
Nah, I listen. People have agreed with.
No, but I'm saying, have that ever not been somebody?
No.
So I think whether you do top 5, top 10, top 20, I wouldn't care. I think the number got to be set here.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about me. I don't like doing top 5 and 10.
Yep.
I think that's annoying because it's way too much good material out here to be trying to work stuff out.
Just do a top 20.
Okay, top 20. I don't like it.
Okay, top 20. Top 20.
Top 20 diss records of all time. But that was one of the topics. But another one, this was more. I think we should do that next one. This was more.
What?
This was about Jay-Z and Nas itself.
The ether.
And it was more about. I'm trying to remember what we were talking about.
I don't remember this part.
We was talking about Jay-Z and Nas. We was talking about Ether versus Takeover, right? And then we started talking about maybe their record, like the history of the releases versus like. So I don't remember, but we said we're gonna get back to that next week.
We get to it. Let's
and
go.
We was about to get into Jay-Z versus Nas at that period of how. Remember we were talking. We were
saying which record was like who won the battle is what we were saying. Jay-Z or Nas?
Yeah, but it was something we nitpicked. We started talking about the 92 bricks, and then we started talking about the release of on the mix CD. Who released it first? Who attacked first?
Listen,
and then we started talking about.
I just got some more homework.
What?
You gotta listen to Matt Harper.
I watched
Matt Harper. Did you see the DJ Clue interview?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, do you hear what Clue said?
What?
And what they were saying? That Nas actually struck first on an eye for an eye interview. I mean, freestyle.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
Oh, you knew that?
I was trying to remember what he struck first at Jay about. I'm trying to remember what song.
See, most of us
an eye for an eye. There was a remix.
there was a freestyle that he did, an eye for eye freestyle.
I love that song. Eye for
No,
eye.
you know eye for eye, and then you got one on one and everything. But he had an eye for eye freestyle on Cool's tape. Math Hopper. See, one thing about New Yorkers, they know how to catch subliminal. Or maybe they want to make the subliminal more than what it actually is. But he said something about the king in the joint. Because Math Hopper they was talking about it. And I was attentive. I was like, whoa, that might change the game. But yo, the bitch, I'm with you on that one. No Vaseline, the bridge is over. Yeah, Super Ugly is horrible. You bugging. Even he don't it. Yo, you put Eartha, not Ether. Piggy Bank, yo, I wouldn't say that's the top. Piggy Bank, no. Hit him up, yes.
Hit him up. A lot of people be trying to say
back down, yeah, because remember he said back down the last time.
Well, go ahead. You were saying something about.
So they was talking about how Nas struck first with the eye for eye freestyle. Talk about the king. You ain't no king, something.
Right, I remember that.
Fellas, you gotta look it up. Look. This is on. Hold on. I'll look it up.
So I'm trying to remember. So go ahead.
So now on another note. So here's the thing. When they came to rappers in New York, they was all in competition. Like there was a time when people would have thought Pun was the best rapper in New York. Not you. Like I said, there's a time when people, because New York is a different animal.
I agree with that. At one point, everybody was on Pun real hard.
Like, cause like, you know what? Like most people don't even believe if you couldn't make it on Summer Jam, you couldn't make it. Like you had to be a performer to get on certain stages in New York.
Okay.
Remember when KRS-One kicked PM Dawn off the stage? You see what I mean? It's like,
but you know what's crazy? In hindsight, he was wrong for that.
He was. I remember PM Dawn responding.
Listen.
He's wrong for that.
Listen. When you come at people, and you can't do that subliminal.
Look it up, because I think the PM Dawn wasn't even really a diss. It was so light.
It doesn't matter.
He said something.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, because KRS is certain people he would have never did that to.
No. What PM Dawn responded wasn't a song. They responded like with like a excerpt. Like
it was.
They was like, we have so much respect for KRS-One. They didn't know he could be ignorant. They didn't look at him as a person that could be kind of street ignorant because he was so educated. He came off. So that turned them off to like, oh, KRS-One is just a street ignorant person. Right? So it was kind of that run with that. They went with it.
Nah, Super Ugly. Yo, Chop, I'm gonna tell you, I was
Rest in peace to PM Dawn.
I was in only one of them died. I was in New York and Philly when Super Ugly came out. The response was not good on Super Ugly.
Yeah, some people like it, but
nah.
Over, I don't like it. I ain't like, first of all, at the time, I try to like it.
You want me to tell you how you want me to tell you how you know Jay-Z didn't even like it himself? Because he came back and dissed him on OVA, the Blueprint too. Yeah, exactly.
You can tell his feelings.
I feel the people talking.
Do you? He said, do you?
That's that joint.
Yeah.
One mic. Are you Uchi Wally? Are you one mic?
Right. You tell him eating that.
Or did you owe you some ice? Because you know what? Listen, here's the thing. Memphis Bleak. See, I told you, the radio stations you wanted to get on, that's why Size is my dude. Size was on Power 99. He said some stuff, but yo, you want to hear something though, Chop? Where we from, that's why I was talking about jumping in a man's grave before he died. That's why people in New York don't respect that. Like you talking about banging somebody's girl that they already banged, that's his baby mother, and you're bragging about banging something that he banged when he was young.
And you're bragging about leaving condoms on the baby seat. Baby ain't got nothing to do with that. Like in his mind, he was like, "I'm gonna kill him with this," because he already wrote it and blah, blah. But in the reality, it's like, bro, you talking about leaving condoms on the baby? That's not cool. Like that's bad. Let's
talk about this record. So let's start with that one. In New York, when that came out, I was right in Manhattan when that came out. Super Ugly. Nobody responded because even his mom told him to take it off the air.
Some people was like, yeah, get him. Some people was like that.
Nah, no, but
some people like it's war. Anything goes in war.
Nah, it was. Listen, we agree with that. It's like battle rap. But the thing about it is, when Jay came out with that, You could tell that he was in his emotions. I got myself a gun, and it's like, and then again, he kept.
Nas never seemed emotional.
Nas didn't come back again. He came back again with the HOVA, the Blueprint 2 on the way, and then he came up with the other joint. I hear the people talking, and he was like, "Yo," basically trying to say, "Y'all set me up."
And when he got a clearer head, he started realizing there was other stuff I could have said that would have been better. That was more. He was really starting to talk about why he really just don't like him. But first it was like, I'm embarrassed.
Jay-Z, the difference with Jay-Z when he did this is when he actually like gave you attention, he was known to hit you with factual shit.
Right.
And that Super Ugly, he was like you said, he was in his feelings. He tried to sound mean. Like he sounded like a kid who was scorned. And I wanted to say a bunch of mean shit to get you back.
Right.
That's what I
yes.
Hey man, you said something bad about me. Your mother got a what's that song? Your mother got a peg leg with a kickstand. It was like little shit like that. Like
I'm gonna tell you,
that's one of the few times we've seen him out of character though.
Yeah, he lost his character. It was like, yo, he just was angry.
Nah, because listen, I'm gonna tell you right, yo. Remember when Ether came out, yo, they had Memphis Bleak in Philly when as soon as they heard Ether, because he didn't hear it yet. As soon as they played Ether, Bleak, you could probably look this up on YouTube. He was like, yo, time to get the guns. See, they was trying to take it to a different stage after Ether came out, because you know what it is? It hurt.
Ether was so, and I was the biggest Jay-Z fan. I argued with dudes about Ether versus Takeover. But at the end of the day, Ether was so pinpoint. It was so
right here. Still eye for eye. Want to be God? You just the next rapper to die. Effing with Nas. What was he calling himself? God. See, now, yo, shout out to Math Hoffa for catching that, because I didn't even know that, because I studied that battle. So now, Nas, they said, but look, this will happen. A lot of people don't realize, Chop, you're a DJ, so you might catch it. You might catch this. And Charles, you might catch this. Please, we was hip hop, so now this is what happened. Nas was supposed to do a song with Jay-Z, and Nas curved him. That's why Presidents to Represent Me. He still used the sample. Still used it. As a rapper, if I'm not in the studio with you and you still use my words, how you gonna take to that? That's competition. Competition. That's where the things actually started. You use my voice. That's why he said, I sampled your voice. You was using it wrong. You knew he had that in the barrel from day one. I made it a hot record. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Now him on Takeover was a different animal.
No,
that was a master. That was getting you slices.
No.
Takeover was a masterpiece.
He ended Prodigy. What we knew of Prodigy was done. But you know what? See, now that's where it came. That's okay. Let me tell you what was going on with New York. Y'all can look this up if you want. When Biggie passed away, because everybody acknowledged Biggie as the king of New York, the throne was up for grabs. That's why Fat Joe and Jay-Z had their beef. Because he was like, that's what we talk about. He was like, who are you to just claim you're king? Fat Joe had his team and Big Pun. But Jay-Z just slid in that throne real quick because of that album we was talking about in my lifetime. The Hard Knock Life, that album took off. Now, everybody was gunning for that, but Jay-Z knew he wasn't truly king because everybody still respected Nas as what? The second coming of Rakim, that God MC. So he knew he had to at least come at Nas. So even if there was an agenda, he still had to show he was better than Nas.
Right.
Which he didn't.
You have to take KING. He said that. You got to take the KING out. You got to take Nas out. He understood the Gambino route. Right?
I told you, you know the situation. So again, what did I tell you before in the history? There was always a Brooklyn rapper and a Queen rapper going at each other. Through the history, you'll see that. LL Cool J? No, that was...
They both in Queen. You talking about LL Cool J versus who?
No, LL Cool J, it was Big Daddy Kane. The Brooklyn MCs was Big Daddy Kane, Biggie, Jay-Z. It was a Brooklyn dude was always on top when rap was on top. Do your homework if you don't believe me. So now, when he went after Nas, with the takeover, everybody was waiting for the response. If Nas didn't come with the ether, it would have been a wrap.
Anything short of Ethan, Nas' career's over.
He's done. Just like
he's Mike Geronimo.
Yo, stop dissing my dude. You said, yo, stop dissing my dude. And that's what it is about the music game. It's like, yo, everybody know they top dog. Like when what happened with Ice Cube and Common? What was they beefing? Oh, because Common said the boys in the hood line. Yeah, he said it was cool when she chilled with the boys in the hood. There was nothing wrong with that. That was actually homage. He was doing a song about. Go ahead, here we go.
Yep. Like you said, what New Yorkers know.
He's from Chicago.
Well, you said New Yorkers know when people being subliminal in New York.
He wasn't being subliminal.
Listen to what I'm saying. Backpackers knew.
Ice Cube made a backpacker.
It was. So listen.
Ice Cube?
Ice Cube.
I'm talking about Common. Oh, let me finish. You started about Common. That Common said the boys in the hood. Yeah. Common said on his song, I Used to Love Her. He said, she went over to the West Coast and started drinking 40s and this and that. Every single East Coast rapper that was in the hip hop like that used to look at the West Coast like they messed it up. It's just a fact. I'm just being at 100%.
That's what Mac 10 and Ice Cube, when they were the West Side Connection, they did an interview on that. And Mac 10 was like, I listened to that, like, why the hell did rap why when rap came to us, it became effed up. And Ice Cube in the same like breath was like, I'm a student of the old school. He goes, I don't care what you say, you're not getting that over on me. He goes, I know about all the subliminals and all that. He goes, I know what you meant.
He meant that it was messed up. He meant that it turned gangsterized. And at one point, the West Coast did get over gangsterized.
So that's what Mac 10 and Ice Cube was getting at. I don't know what Common's intentions were when he said it. He just
I don't believe that because you know what it is. Common was a neutral dude, and it's not like he was trying to get attention.
Man, pull up the lyrics. Please pull up the lyrics for Ice to Love. Anybody that was in the hip hop at that time, this was probably what 91, 90, between 90 and 92. I'll even give you 88 to 92. That's when the West Coast.
I think 80 is too early. 80 is too early.
What you mean for Common?
No, as far as this came out.
No, I'm talking about when the West Coast started to rise to dominance.
Oh yeah, that was 80s.
Right.
Late 80s. Yep.
Late 80s.
That could have been 88. Yep.
So, all of us hip hoppers on the East Coast. This is why they kill me when they try to say there was no West Coast East Coast beef. It was always there. They try to say it wasn't. The media, it was always there.
No, I know it was always there because most people say that NWA was the neutralized Public Enemy. I get it. I'm with you.
Common song, I Used to Love Her.
Yep.
He's talking about how sweet and innocent hip hop used to be. She used to just do it for the art. Then in verse 2, start talking about how she gets progressively. She starts being in the clubs, shaking her booty. Right?
Yeah.
That's what was happening though.
Yeah, I'm like.
Now listen to the lyrics of verse 3.
Yeah.
This still the verse is this.
Did it right?
This verse 2. About my people, she was teaching me, but not preaching me, but speaking to me in a method that was leisurely. Easily I approached. She dug my rap. That's how we got close. But then she broke to the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And that was cool because at the same time, I went away to school. And I'm a man of expanding, so why should I stand in the way? She probably get her money in LA. And she did stuff.
That joint was dope, man.
This shit's fine. And she did stuff. She got big pub. But what was foul, she said that the pro-black was going out of style. She said Afrocentricity was of the past. So she got into R&B, hip house, bass, and jazz. Now, black music is black music, and it's all good. I wasn't salty. She was with the boys in the hood.
Stop!
Let me finish.
Stop!
Let me finish.
I wasn't salty.
Well, let me finish. I thought it was dope how she was on that freestyle shit, just having fun, not worried about anyone. And you can tell by how her titties are. Now let's finish the song. I might have failed to mention that this chick was creative. Once the man got to her, he altered her native. Told her that
Who's the man?
Let me finish. Told her that she got an image and a gimmick, that she can make money, and she did it like a dummy. Now I see her in commercials, she's universal. She used to hang with
that song.
She used to only swing with the inner city serpent. Now she be in the bird. Oh, this is what he's talking about. She be in the burbs, looking rockin', dressing hippie. Now she on some dumb shit when she comes to the city, talking about popping Glocks, serving rocks, and hitting switches. You want to stop me now? All right then. So let me finish. That's all West Coast shit right there. So let me finish. Now she's a gangster over here too. Now she's a gangster rolling popping rocks and selling. Now she's a gangster rolling with gangster bitches.
Yeah, and you know Apache had a song.
He stole that from the West Coast. All right, man.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Always smoking blunts and getting drunk. That's West Coast shit.
That was hit. No,
we did it, but they was the ones talking about that.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Telling me sad stories. Now she only fucks with the funk. Who was doing the funk? West Coast rappers.
Okay, I'll get you. Okay, all right.
Stressing how hardcore and real she is. She was really the realest before she got into showbiz. I did it, not just to say I did it, but I'm committed. But so many niggas hit it that she's just not the same, letting all these groupies do it. I can see niggas slamming her and taking her to the sewer.
That's Onyx.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Dawes Effect, see?
Right. He covered the whole range.
I know.
But at the end of the day, right? Yeah. We can all agree. That nigga just said she was trash because she turned gangster and was hitting switches, which is all they was talking about.
He didn't say she was trash. Go ahead, show me.
He insinuated.
No.
That's semantics.
No,
he just said,
stop. Clash! Right there, yo.
Really
stop.
I'm not talking to you.
No, we got like 9 minutes to finish it.
We do. We're not doing that this week. So listen.
We'll
do that next week. So listen. You just heard what I read, Fliz.
Go ahead.
You're going to try to spit it. Fliz,
I'm not spitting none.
If you're a West Coast guy, is that flattering to you?
No, but if you're sensitive, it's not flattering. I get it.
If you're sensitive, listen to
you
the
ain't
word.
Really got to be. Now we was East Coast and we was rocking with that. We're like, yeah, somebody said that shit.
He's not even from
that. But he rocked. He did all his business in the East Coast in New York.
You know what's so funny?
What?
That it's crazy how Florida, Chicago, even we considered Scarface in the West Coast, even though they was kind of East. But we considered Gutter Boys.
They had a West Coast feel, but they was down south.
West. That is funny. See, it was East Coast and West, and anything we didn't consider Chicago West. We considered it East Coast.
We didn't consider Chicago at all.
No. It was considered.
We really Coast. Didn't. But I'm talking about in rap.
No, Common was considered East Coast.
He was.
Twister, we don't know what we considered him. That was different. See, so Common
he was like Bone Thugs. He was like Ohio type. Like
you consider them the North Coast.
Yeah.
No, that's when the North came. When they came, but Common came before them. We consider him an East Coast rapper because he sounded like an East Coast rapper.
He did his business with all East Coast people.
Now, because you know who else? Freestyle Fellowship was from the West.
West Coast.
And we consider them East Coast, even though they sound because they sounded like East Coast.
No. We don't consider Freestyle Fellowship. By the time they came, we had already had pretty clear lines that the West could be dope. Because after that, Dale had came out, Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. He's Ice Cube's cousin. And he made us realize, wait, the West Coast can actually be dope.
Souls of Mischief made us realize that there was limits. I
Dale
know that.
First.
Ain't casual. I know that.
Right, so all that's the same crew.
Hieroglyphics. I know that.
But Dale made us, Mr. Donnelly, he made us like, yo, the West Coast could be dope.
Okay, maybe in DC, but yo, Mr. Donnelly, we kept that over that. Souls of Mischief, 93 to Infinity. This is when you lost. We
but
took
you
that.
Talking about, but New York was the toughest show to crack.
Listen,
you ain't hitting in New York.
See,
so it took years. So even stuff that was dope struggled to get play in New York. Even dope, Funk Dubious, a lot of dope stuff could not get burned over there. Matter of fact, let me think when New York started respecting.
I like the argument you guys just had because what I can break that down to is that's the same thing that goes on today. New York was the quote unquote creators of hip hop. When things started evolving, they didn't like shit that was different. No. You know what I mean? So no, I'm just saying. I'm not listening to y'all like.
And by extension, we didn't like it.
Nah, it's not that we. It's not okay. Listen, remember,
like Mr. Bob.
I was
rocking that shit.
I was in Rhode Island, but I remember. Okay, I listened to all the underground stuff, so I heard I used to do nonstop underground radios, whatever. That's probably why we clicked. Now, when Souls and Mischief came out, even though we knew they was Oakland, we didn't consider them West Coast because they had a East Coast feel. They was spitting lyrics.
Yes.
And there's like the Far Side, even though they was West Coast, most of them could see. It was
they fit into the tribe.
They didn't have that little G-funk sound.
Yeah, it was a blur.
But by
at
the time it came, we was more open to that because we wasn't as open to that before.
Listen, okay, let's look at to address this properly. We have to first address what was the dominant records at the time. Like, okay, you notice when I did my thing recently, if y'all paid attention when I said about music was a form of expression, and what the two songs that I said, Self-Destruction and We All in the Same Game. Now, go listen to those rappers that was in there. King T, sounded Alcoholics. We knew was West Coast, but we could have took on them as an East Coast because they spit like East Coast rappers. But the Alcoholics, who else was in there? Another Level, Ice Cube group, West Coast, but we took them. You could take them on as East Coast rappers, but we kept them over there.
You could accept them,
right? Now, like I said, it wasn't no like I said, the DC scene had the go-go music. Like, what rapper was popping in DC that we would have been thinking about? Like, where's he from?
Nobody. Go ahead.
Now, like Schoolie D, where was he? Where did most people claim him of New York?
Now,
He's from Philly.
The thing with Schoolie came on like 87. Like this not 86. Like this don't really.
No.
Listen
to what I'm saying. What I'm saying about even though he was a Philly rapper, most people thought he was from New York.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
That's the point I'm making.
I did. I thought it.
So the two bases was L.A. and New York,
and they put you in a box.
Right. So now that's why when everybody started claiming their sound and getting their sound creativity and everything is what I'm saying up there saying. Because this things is going. This is why diss songs now have dominion. Because now people are trying to get their sound. They're trying to develop who they are. And it's like, I'm going to make a name for myself for what I'm doing. Common was not trying to diss them.
He wasn't.
When he did his song.
He was not trying to diss them. No.
He was just saying, like, see, okay, unless you've been on the West Coast, like, I've never been on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. I can hear Flizz's story about the West Coast. I've never been there. So to hear the lifestyle of it, what do we think? What we think about colors, gangs, and Ice-T painted that colors. NWA painted that. Like now, it's some fun. Do
you think Mac 10 and Ice Cube had a reason to be mad?
Yes,
sensitive. Yes. 1 and 2. If they wanted to put their dominance on somebody, which it seemed like they wanted to do, they wanted like Common wasn't even up on that level yet. He wasn't.
But so this is the thing, though. So with that record, though, so back then, your sales didn't equate to your value as an artist. Far as back then, you can have the most bracketed song and not have that many sales. Like EPMD, they was dropping. They would have the biggest record, but they would barely touch gold.
Right.
If they went gold at all.
No, they went gold.
They did go gold. But what I'm saying is,
dropped the album Strictly Pigs that you thought we were full. 30 days later, the LP went gold. So what you saying?
But they wasn't mentioned with the NWAs, the MC Hammers. What I'm saying is they didn't make those kind of sales. But everybody knew Gold Digger. Everybody knew Strictly Business. So what I'm saying is,
Charles?
Wait. So with that thing with Common, you said that his record, that I Used to Love Her record, destroyed hip hop. Everybody knew that record.
Right.
Just like Nas's record.
You know why?
Okay,
pause.
Everybody knows
pause.
That.
I'm gonna tell you why. There might have been more creative records, but that was the first creative record that actually went beyond his city and beyond the cities where we lived in,
and beyond it touched mainstream.
Because it could have been a lot. Because again,
that might be his biggest record.
Hold on.
That might be his biggest.
Remember
record.
when he came out with that Take It Easy, all that didn't. But we know it. If you're a hip hop head, you know. See, you know that song, Take It Easy, and what was the other joint?
That was before that.
I know. I have to paint the picture before we get there.
I'm just being clear for the people out there.
I know they with me. So when he came out with I Used to Love Her, it was if you listen to, remember, rappers wasn't known for going to school, but we know a lot of rappers did go to school and had degrees. If you listen to that lyrics, when you were just spitting out, say, yo, this dude, you could tell he went to college. because the terminology that he was using, most people couldn't even use that terminology back then.
No, I'm good. I'm coming down.
Good. Have some water. Go ahead.
So now, you feeling like how was that day?
Oh no, you was wilding. I make sure I don't wild. I ate them shit.
Oh,
oh, you meant that?
No, the cheese doodle.
Yo, there you go, bro. That's an empty bag.
Yo, y'all crazy.
You know my daughter.
Listen.
Oh,
you got it from Whole Foods.
Listen. Oh, you had M&M's? Yo, you this dude.
All right.
Back in the days, people that's out there. Back in the days, these were the days when you had to have a radio. You were sitting there pressing record. You had the pause button on lock. The cassette, you like, yo, you took other CDs, put the tissue in the cassette. You like, see, this is a dip. See, you gotta paint the.
Or you just put it with a little piece of tape.
Yeah. No. You had to do the tissue first before you do the other tape.
It might not.
No. This is what I'm saying.
Wait. You ever open up your cassette?
Dude, I did.
And rewind it?
I did all. Yo, the rewind.
I was a master that joint.
Yo, listen.
I would fix people give me their tape. Can you fix that?
That go to show you the purest of hip. Why you think we get along? The purest of hip.
If you ain't never open up a cassette tape and fix it, me and
forget that. Your radio when it broke, you knew how to take the radio apart and make that joint work.
And them damn VH tapes.
How many speakers did you pop on your radio?
To this day, I tell people, look, don't bust my speakers.
See, I bust it, but you know what? We knew how to take the wires, hook up the house speakers to it, to the radio.
Fisher Rose, I still got some of my original tapes. I'm gonna start posting shit in my radio. I got about 3 boxes. I'm gonna start posting.
I had in my house. That's why I'm mad about the fire. I had a closet full of cassettes. I had Scotch joints. See.
Oh yeah, not me.
Fire gone.
As soon as technology moved on, I said, "This shit's gone."
Nah, I had two.
I got the purple tape.
I had 2 stereos that played cassettes in my bedroom because I used to I like the air of the tape when you play the beats because they didn't record right, Dolby and all that. But okay, sorry y'all. What I was saying, when it came to music, remember the fans of now and the fans of then is different. You had to beat what happened.
I got a Victoria that plays vinyl, CD, tape, radio, Bluetooth.
Get the hell out of here! I need to see that. Take a picture of it
now. They have that. Tom said he still got all his mixtapes.
I gotta see that now. So now we remember, even though we was artists, we was fans, and we didn't get unless they had vinyl of all these. We could say all these. I could bet you me and you could go back and forth with different groups because you had to be listening to college radios, whatever, to get these. Like, yo, hold up, what is this? Like Master Ace and I'm a G like that. So now,
when Curious George,
I'm curious. I want to know what's. But then also they was getting played on because like what was the song? Yo, do you remember a GD? What a GD? A Ghetto Diamond is a man best friend of the remix. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I got the group. I got the group for that. See,
we should play a game. We go around. Not today. Next time. When we go around naming obscure ass, old school, obscure songs. That'll be fun.
Listen. So I'm like. So what I'm saying. I'm trying to paint a picture for you about this Common joint. Now, like Keith Murray when he came out. Now the thing is. They was all considered underground. They was even mainstream. They was underground.
What's funny was record labels still signed you and let you be underground.
No, because underground.
They don't do that no more.
No. You know what it is? Because they didn't care about underground going gold. As long as underground sold and they could still use the concept. Because Keith Murray was one of them dudes that actually took over. Like he was underground, but he went commercial. With the most beautiful.
Even meant to be commercial.
Yeah, that most beautiful.
But that's back when a good song could just go.
Because again, like I told you, Lucchini was an underground song, but it got so much play. Yo, that song, The Most Beautifulest Thing in This World, took off. It went out of here as soon as he came out with that. Who else? Because like Bucktown and Boot Camp and them. Bucktown, that was an underground song. So when he did that song, he was just expressing himself of it's like creativity. You're like, dude, you're the most creative person we know in this room. You are creative for what you're doing. So when you're doing something, did you actually write a song and you say, "Yo, I have intentions of doing"? It'll probably be subliminally dissing me, and I don't know.
Get on top, bro.
I know I am. No, that's what I say with the. That's what he did. He did creativity, and so for them to take it the way they took it, I was on top. And thank you.
What? I don't know. So listen.
When he came up with "I Used to Love It," see, the Eminems must be drunk. Got you. When he came up with "I Used to Love Her," right? He came up with the creativity of what he knew about the West Coast. Was he on the West Coast? We don't know it. I never been there. So what did I know about the 6'4s, the Impalas, the bounce?
He didn't mean any disrespect.
No,
he didn't deserve to get this. You know what Ice Cube and Mac 10 did?
Go.
Clout chase.
But we ain't call it clout chase.
I know, but that's what it is right now. They knew what he meant. Because when Ice Cube told himself, he said, "I'm an MC. I can get that." So if you an MC, you knew exactly what he meant. And to be honest, Common knew what he meant. He just didn't expect him to take offense. He didn't expect nobody to take offense to it. He really did mean what he said. Because a real MC really looked at gangster rappers as bringing down MCing. It's just a fact.
There was gangster rappers over here, though, dude.
But listen, Schoolie D did it first.
Yeah.
From Philly. No one on New York was doing that.
No. Right?
KRS-One was doing it, but it stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
It went over there. Ice-T and then NWA.
Above the law, keep going.
Right. They made it money-wise.
Oh.
Guess what? Wait, let me say this. The East Coast had to respond. Guess what we got? Throw your guns in there.
Yeah, no. Stop.
You got Red
before
Man.
Before that. You remember Tim Dog?
Yeah.
Do you know why Tim Dog came up with the song F Compton?
It was New York jealousy.
No. When he went to go get a record deal, right? Guess what New York was looking for? The record labels. The next NWA, the next Ice-T, and all that other stuff.
Listen, man.
And he was like, "Yo, F Compton." Like, yo, that's not us.
Tim Dog was saying what everybody on the East Coast was thinking. He's the only one that had enough balls to say it.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to tell you, it was a East Coast. We would listen to that stuff and we liked some of it, but we looked at a lot of it as inferior.
Hold up. He said, "I just realized they censored my post because I put one word in it and it didn't post it." What word was that?
Well, don't write it again.
What word?
Facebook on it hard, boy. We're gonna get out of here, but to sum this up. In hindsight, if you was on the East Coast, you didn't think what Common said was all that serious. If you was on the West Coast, sensitive or not,
you know what?
Just dissed your entire coast.
Good point.
Us on the East Coast is like, yeah, it's strong, it's dope. If you're on the West Coast, you're like, wait, when did low riders get whacked? When did 40s get whacked?
He didn't say it was whack though.
But you read what I said.
He didn't say it was whack.
He did. He
said he went over there and enjoyed it.
But you got to. I just read it. Bring it up again. I'll read the little part. Listen, we not going to disagree because he really literally is dissing it. He's dissing it. He know he's dissing it, but he didn't think it was that serious. Just like when Jay said.
No, go ahead.
Just like when Jay-Z said, "No, give it to me, give it," because you're gonna read all of it.
I ain't gonna read. I read it at the part I was gonna read it.
We're gonna get out of here. Wait, what you gotta say?
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna say album drops June 11th.
Hey.
And if you're around here, you want to get to Dusk on June 16th. Doors open at 7:30. Showtime starts at 8:15.
Why you ain't telling them what you dropping?
So for the older people who want to get in and out, it's gonna be an earlier type of thing. So you won't be there till midnight. It's gonna be fire. I want to let you know that's the album release date at dusk. Forever Beautiful, Eternally Ugly.
Me and Dante and Flares will be back here next week. I believe.
You.
Wait, nah.
We gotta pre-record.
I'm gonna be out of town next week. We're gonna figure something out. But I'm gonna read this again, and then we out of here. We thank y'all for watching.
Hold up.
I'm gonna read it again.
Go ahead.
And on some dumb shit when she comes to the city. Talking about popping Glocks, serving rocks, and hitting switches. Now she's a gangster bitch rolling with gangster bitches. Always smoking blunts and getting drunk. Telling me sad stories of now she only fucks with the funk. West Coast rappers was the only ones using funk records. And now he's making it sound like something's wrong
Nah,
with it.
that was
He's
creativity,
making it
man.
sound like
Yo,
something's
here we go.
wrong with it. It's clearly a diss. He didn't
No.
expect it to be taken as harsh. And when they dissed him, he came back with the bitch in you, which he should have, and he ended the whole beat. Mac 10 said that song was whack, but it was far from whack. It was one of the best diss records in the game. And next week, we're not only going to make a list, right? I think we're not only going to make a list.
I'll say this. Let me add a little
Go ahead.
extra. As far as diss records, I don't think the bitch in you was super hot like that either.
Trav.
Let me. Hey, it's agree or disagree. You don't have to. You don't have to agree.
Right.
I think it was okay, but just like F Compton, I don't think that was a hot diss. Still iconic.
F Compton ain't even a good record.
That's
not even a good record.
That's what I'm saying.
All.
I agree.
I didn't listen to that as a, this is hot.
Dude, you crazy.
I thought it was like,
Trav, yo.
You can't tell me how to feel.
Crazy.
I'm not
telling you how to feel.
That's it. You can't. All you gotta do is agree or disagree.
Yo, I'm agreeing to disagree with you.
Mac 10 disagrees with you too.
Mac 10 is.
I don't even think he's nice.
Mac 10
you ever put a Mac 10 album? You ever put a Mac 10
album? Loyal.
That doesn't matter if Mac 10 is nice.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He likes what he likes. So I'm just saying,
dude.
Like,
hold up. Hold on. No.
I just don't think. I think it's iconic.
Hold on. Don't.
Do I respect?
Do you think this record to him was good?
No. No,
Yeah,
I don't. Thank you. You know what? I don't think that was. You know what? You know who's the dude who does the year-end Mad Skills? You know, he raps up the year to rap.
Uncle Murder too.
I'm not worried about the Uncle Murder.
What?
I'm talking about Mad Skills been doing it forever.
Respect Mad Skills.
So Mad Skills. Remember the year when Dr. Dre and Jermaine Dupri was doing diss tracks? Yeah. He rapped out. He goes, nobody was letting care. Like, you know what I mean? I kind of looked at Common as and Matt and Westside Connect as upgraded that because me personally, I know other people. I looked at this is iconic, but I didn't like the song personally. I was like, it's just okay. I thought Common's was better than theirs.
We're not going no further than this.
No, stop.
We going to pick
this up. Let me bring that Dante. Let me bring Nostradamus. You're gonna do that thing that you do. Here's what you do. I'm breaking down.
No, please. I mean, hello, Charles, chill. We got enough people.
You're gonna try to over-explain
something. I'm not explaining. No.
Sometimes you gotta say okay.
No, listen.
We have
I'm going to
say okay.
Honey, you're not going to tell me, yo.